to Evo 2022, people. Sign up for Strive, and I'm going to throw it back to Tasty Steve. Let's say,
So there you have it, Guilty Gear Strive, making it to Evolution this year. I think a lot of us, including Steve, are really excited about it. And not that surprised, right? It's a game that I think all of us have at least seen or watched or tried or played. It's super fun. I'm really glad it's going to be at Evo this year. And the exhibition, Gobo, Daro, like I could watch those two play all day long.
Look, man. Gobu, Daro, two of the best doing Guilty Gear Strive right now, especially considering this game is still relatively new to a lot of people out there. But if you've been watching Guilty Gear, you know these are two of the strongest names. Once again, just a piece of the high-level competition that you guys are going to get at EVO 2022 this year. And I can't wait to sign up, possibly play myself, if I can get in there, because you know we like to work a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do at EVO, but also I want to go there and play games. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show up to EVO and also play games with everybody from all over the world and watch some great Guilty Gear Strive while I'm there.
It's funny that you say that because at EVO 2022, we'll have the largest community and tournament area for everybody to come and play. So if you guys would like to hold your own community tournament here, you will not only be able to do that in this area, but you will also have your own dedicated stage so you can see all the glorious action in the big arena like you're supposed to. For EVO 2022 and all these people coming from some of these smaller games, you do have an opportunity to get your game represented at EVO and, you know, be along with all your FGC friends and rivals and play with them in this community section. So, and this is the largest community and casual section that you have ever seen at any fighting game event. So even if you're new, even if you're old, this is going to be something to look at.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, like, you know, when you go to tournaments, you want to play people. That's like one of the biggest things about it. So for most tournaments, just being like, hey, you can play casuals whenever you want. Everybody's like, yeah, it's the greatest event of all time. Woo! Like, everybody's just so excited because casuals are such a big deal. Because going to a tournament and then not having casual setups is just like, what am I going to do? Like, I only have to play in tournament? I'm not going to play this person in tournament, and you have to go to a hotel room, and then you have to play on, you know, all kinds of stuff. It's like, I don't want to do all that. I just want to play in the venue right there with the people I see. And then you see someone in the hall, you're like, yo, we can play casuals later. You're never going to play casuals, though. But that's the, you know, that's the important part, right? You have the ability to go play, and it's the largest casual space that the fighting game community has ever seen. And as Steve mentioned, if your game doesn't make it into the EVO lineup this year, we'll have more news and information about where you can go to set up a community event. And I've been told they're trying to run all kinds of community events for whatever you're interested in running. So if you saw it on some weird game show or something and you're like, that game looks fun, I want to try that. You know, you can run an event at EVO, which I think would be really cool.
Awfully random, yes sir.
Talk about the games for the community that might be there, might not be there. Another game that is 100% going to be there will be introduced by none other than Mr. Aquaman.
Hell, I'm hyped as hell to shit. I want to go back this year too.
Jam, and I am honored to announce that Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be a main game at Evolution 2022. And with that, we're going to be watching a very special exhibition between two amazing players from Brazil. It's going to be Conqueror going up against Killer Shinnok. And I'm going to be joined by the one and only Saki Sakura on the mic. What's going on, Saki?
What's up, Mr. Aquaman? As always, it's a pleasure sharing the mic with you. And hello to everyone. My name is Saki Sakura, and I'm super excited to see MK11 return to EVO this year. Speaking of MK11 at EVO, being able to see this game return to the main stage is probably the hypest thing I've been waiting for. And with that being said, let's commemorate some of the most epic moments in the past by remembering some of those favorite moments, including one of mine, seeing a Florida player named Herb787 on the stage playing Cabal. He was showcasing how crazy this character's damage was way before customs came out.
Oh, and I'm going to take a look back even further for you, Saki. I'm going back to the year 2016. The game, Woo! Mortal Kombat X. The stage, Evolution. Tekken Master resets it, looks over at Sonic, and Sonic infamously takes the hat off.
Oh, and look at the glance from Tekken Master. Woo, and
oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Whoa!
I remember that.
We've ever seen that before.
We have
Yikes.
Never. We're seeing bareheaded human Sonic Fox.
I thought his brain would be exposed there.
Yeah, never before seen it. Talk about an infamous moment in Mortal Kombat history happening right here at EVO. One of my personal favorites.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting to see some of the newest epic moments in EVO with this year. With that being said, we should probably get to see some of these amazing players.
I do believe they are ready, guys. It's going to be Killer Shinnok and Conqueror. These two have a long history, Saki, both representing Brazil and both having massive success on an international level, not just local level, which already doesn't get enough love, I feel like. So shout outs to us showcasing them here on Evo. But two players that are just ridiculous. Killer Shinnok, one combo breaker, has done damage in every pro tour. You got Conqueror, who put work in the pro competition this year. We saw him again on an international level be able to compete with the best in the world. And so I'm really excited to see what they've got to bring today.
All right,
here in Mortal Kombat.
I tried to change it, it wouldn't change,
for
but
both
obviously,
of these players
clearly,
who have gone
this
across
isn't
the character select
virtual
screen
fighter.
throughout their brief careers here in Mortal Kombat 11. Conqueror, the latest we saw was that Sub-Zero coming up with the noob side button. Is this an anti-Jackie pick for Conqueror? Are we going to be going for some huge anti-airs with those noob side bot specials? We saw him build a custom variation.
I really didn't give this game a lot of.
I
didn't put much time into this game.
Of the character that you
Not that I disliked it. I just, I don't know.
Just swinging back and
just
forth
playing other stuff
right now. Nothing but safety for Mama Briggs on the offense right now, Saki, and falling for that amplified shadow. You never know if they're going to come off the bar or not.
Ooh, and that whip down two is gonna hurt, with Shinnok's actually going ahead and starting up the pressure that we know and love from Jackie here. Okay, very nice interrupt there.
Swiping the toes and the movement from him up into the grab range. Hold on a second, 130. And is the slap gonna hit? That's gonna be enough damage. Wow, what a comeback. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, the characters that we're seeing here. Conqueror loves those kind of slower, more space controlling characters. That's why we're seeing the noob side button. Killer Shinnok, one of the kings of pressure in Mortal Kombat. Of course he's gonna go with Jackie. Press a button. You aren't gonna be punishable.
Absolutely, and a beautiful jump in there. Not going to be able to hit confirm. Also not able to hit confirm on Killer Shinnok's part. A lot of trades happening here, but the goal here for Conqueror is to just get out of that corner. Beautiful flawless block there, but that is going to be a punish on the Goop with forcing the breakaway here.
Oh man, we're seeing a lot of hesitancy defensively. I've seen about 3 or 4 punishes that just haven't been committed to, and there's some commitment from Conqueror.
Yeah, the story to this is really good.
No, not enough damage, 298. Is there enough on the chip? And there is as game number 1. Wow. Going Conqueror's way. We didn't get to see any of what we know and what the community knows from Jackie Briggs. That was all Conqueror.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the scary things about this matchup is Noob has the tools to really stop Jackie from leaping in the air, starting her pressure. And Conqueror is also has amazing spacing. Has not been letting Killer Shinnok's actually close in and start the Jackie pressure. And the few times that Killer has been able to get in, it's all been trades and just not able to hit confirm.
Exactly. I mean, there was one point where I don't know if it was an input error or not, but we saw the stand 3 come out of Jackie, and 20 times out of 10.
Hey, awfully random. Can you hear everything good on your end?
When Jackie does a 3, you know they're just pressing 3-3 for their life, praying for a counter hit and looking for the half-life combo. So what could have been, and it was a counter hit. Oh my goodness! What in the world? Going through each other, and his Conqueror drawing some massive blood off the health bar. Wow, what a start! Shimmies with the 2-1-2, and my goodness, this is looking awful one-sided.
Yeah, this is actually such a good round for Conqueror. Really started the momentum here. Another big thing about this matchup, and something that probably Killer needs to
It's my first time actually trying this whole watch party thing.
Good round start. Start off with that Jackie pressure and damage that we all know and love, right? But Conqueror, that spacing, once again, look at that. Just
I keep trying to change the title.
Going for the slide to keep the full screen. And
well, the title game to watch parties, but it won't change from Virtual Fighter.
But beautiful opening here from Killer Shinnok's with the jump in, and this is going to be full on damage, about 34% plus more with that Goop.
Oh my goodness, the defense from Conqueror. The two things that we know Conqueror for, the defense and the spacing. He's showcasing both of them right there. As Killer Shinnok did find his first combo of the set. He's on life alert here, down to fatal blow territory. One hit confirmed for him now. Can seal the deal. Hell, not even that with this Jackie damage. Oh, that's gonna be it.
Yep, and that is it. That is all Jackie wrote there with Killer, able to seal with that one hit confirm right there.
Gonna eat the roundhouse through the glass there. That can't feel good. I don't care who you are. That's gotta hurt.
Never feels good. You see it and you're just like, that glass is shattering. That's not fun right there.
That's the same glass that in one of her fatalities cuts someone in half. That's some tough glass. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, nice interrupt on the leap there and opening up again. Killer keeping.
Oh snap! Water Kirby, what's going on, man? You know what would be hyped for Evo? Bloody Roar.
Practically 30%.
You know what?
This is one of the few characters that
somebody might have a side tournament for it in the BYOC section of the convention. Bring your own console.
These back twos from his noob side
I did
are very impressive.
one
He's
once.
just standing
It
his
was
ground. He says, "Do
didn't
something
go.
that I can react to." I'm praying that you do something for me to react to.
Didn't go to work till the last minute.
Are you kidding me?
It is definitely unnerving to see a player like Conquer just literally standing like, yeah, come at me. What's up? I'm waiting. And here we go, Killer trying to open up. Conquer here was able to get the jump in, but no hit confirm and no punish off of the interactable as well. This is going to be some big chip damage. Killer having to open up right now. It's now or never.
Oh my goodness, can he open him up at all? Gets the 13%, needs another one. Now he's able to close the gap. I mean, Conquer's doing something to react to. It's gonna... Oh my goodness. He is going to pay the iron price for... I don't... Do we call it what it is, Saki? It looked like he was playing with his food.
I believe he was playing with his food. That's one of the things too. It's a strategy, right? It's at the end of the day, it's one of those high-level player strategies that when you get into the match, you're just kind of like, you know what? I think I got this. Let's style on them, and then that sometimes doesn't work out. And we saw it right there with Conquer, probably playing a little too much with their food.
I liked what I was seeing, though. Did you see the multiple flawless blocks on that farthest reaching advancing mid of Jackie's? Twice, when not blocking, looking for that reactionary time to press the right trigger and getting into those frames where you can execute a flawless block, which, guys, is 3 frames. You have 3 frames from when you block something to be able to hit flawless block and a button.
All right, so apparent that MK11 is making a return.
It's been a while since I've looked at the frame data.
Listen,
all right, what do you think of Street Fighter 5 and Guilty Gear returning? Honestly, I wasn't surprised, to be honest with you.
Oh my god!
Because with Street Fighter 6 being on the rise, so I figured they weren't gonna have another Evo without Street Fighter 5 being there again. And Guilty Gear has been doing good. I mean, really good since it's been out. So no surprise to see that one making the cut for Evo this year.
Is just the style, the patience, the strategy, and also again. Yeah, it's so unique, and it's one of the really awesome things to see from players from different countries that are outside of the NA. Alright, here we go.
Okay, one game apiece. Okay.
Nice, going for the knockdown.
There, okay. Before the breakaway came to put down the dot damage, really smart stuff, but now double fatal blow territory. I'm frightened of 4 triggers right now on some dual shots.
Oh, nice.
From.
Wait a minute, what you gonna do with it?
Oh my goodness. And it's literally neck, 1 hit confirm.
And that's it.
This
is probably my favorite, well, one of my favorite fatal blows in the game.
Let alone Jackie in every single one of her buttons ranges. Didn't block whatsoever. And then
Hell, that right there could have been a fatality.
Slow sickle chop to the foot right there, Saki, and said, "Thank you for the victory. I appreciate it."
Yes, once again, Conquer coming out and conquering as well-known player here, and awesome match between Killer and Conquer for sure. Really enjoyed it, and once again we see just how talented some of these players are outside of NA, and that's what probably makes EVO probably the hypest tournament to watch, is we get to see all of that talent going to this event and showcasing what they're made of.
And if they bring any of that,
she got the PS5 in the background.
My goodness, those
I hardly play MK11,
we
but
don't talk about it enough. That community,
I mean,
Rain.
Okay.
The entirety of Latin America.
Yeah,
they come to play.
Yeah, I'm a Kung Lao main myself.
Champions. They just won
whenever
CEO.
I do play it.
Latin America coming into Evo, y'all better be on the lookout. And Combo Breaker coming up too. I went on the wrong side right there. Dang that camera gets me every single time, Saki. But what a great match those two gave to us.
Combo Breaker.
And thanks so much for commentating with me. Thank you to Evo for having us on and being able to say that Mortal Kombat is coming back. And with that, don't forget to register for Evo 2022. We're going to send it back to Sajam and Tasty.
All right, so that's 3 games confirmed so far.
And there you have it. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate is going to be
our
next
one. Tekken 7, I'm guessing.
Super excited it's coming because I love NRS games. It's where I got a lot of my start in the community, and I think Mortal Kombat is super fun. And you know, as good as the online play is for this game, and many of the games we're going to be having, like, you want to play offline. You know what I mean? You have to settle it offline where it really counts, where you're really throwing hands. And the exhibition was super cool. It's great to see players from Latin America getting a rep. great to see players from, you know, obviously Japan we had earlier, and then also Europe. It's really cool to have players from all over the world playing in these exhibitions, showing off their games for EVO.
You know, the thing about Mortal Kombat 11 is it is at that part of its lifespan where the game has definitely evolved to you're looking at some of the best players in the world play it at this point. I feel like EVO is always the stage to see a game's like fully evolved life cycle come to a close,
I see what he
especially
did there.
considering that some of the best players have been crowned for Mortal Kombat at EVO. I mean, not to mention the Sonic Foxes, the Honeybees. All of these players have been there. I personally can't wait. I know I'm not the biggest when it comes to the NRS games, but I can tell you right now, I really do appreciate what's on the display for Mortal Kombat 11, and I can't wait to see what EVO 2022 brings to us.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of playing offline, right? We mentioned earlier that the casual space is really big in EVO. We said the casual community space is really big. For reference, the casuals and community space at EVO is bigger than all of Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker is not bigger than just the space where we're playing casuals, just the space where we have all the community stuff for EVO this year. Think about
They added
that.
more
Look,
space
I'm
for
gonna tell
EVO.
you right now, we've already talked about the fact that you're going to see a lot of people, but having this space to actually be able to play, have your community area as well, and then the fact that it's bigger than an entire tournament, one of the best tournaments, mind you, out there, lets you know just how much time and care was put into this community area, as well as the fact that you guys are going to get your own stage, you get the casuals as well, you're going to meet up with a bunch of your friends in and out of the country. It really does play out for the better, for the community, and for the better of EVO 2022 for us to have this giant area.
Yeah, and whether it's like, oh, I'm so mad I didn't do so well in tournament, I want to go play casuals, or if you're just really happy, you're like, oh, I did so great, I want to play against that player and that player, and whatever your reason is, you know, you're going to want to play casuals at the event. You're going to want to play against the people that you see. So I think that's a really cool, you know, thing to have. But
Hell yeah.
which, Steve, I want to know the next game. We're already moving along. We got some games in here. We've seen some stuff. What's going on here at EVO?
So, to bring us our next game, it will be none other than Markman. Let's check
Yep,
it out.
I knew it. Tekken. I knew it.
Thank you,
I called
Steve.
it. I knew this was going
Thank
to be
you,
the next
Casey
game.
Steve. Today, I am pleased to announce that Tekken 7 will be returning as a main game for EVO 2022, happening in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 5th through 7th. So I'm super excited.
August 5th through the 7th.
Today, we actually have a special exhibition match for all of you Tekken fans that are out there, a match featuring two of the greatest names in Tekken competition. We have both Nee and JDCR. And today, I am actually joined with my good friend
Anakin.
Will be commentating this special exhibition with me. How are you doing, Anakin?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hope you're doing well, Mark, and everybody at home watching. I mean, super thrilled that Tekken 7 is back at EVO this year, but of course, I feel like that's no surprise when you consider
not at all.
that it's been a game that's been growing every single year ever since it's come out. 5 years, I feel like, since console released now. So just really, really happy that we're
Steve and Claudio, man.
as a main
Okay.
game at EVO, and I'm really excited to see
Good
these
characters.
two legends throw down because we don't get to see this too often.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
actually
Feng Wei
intrigued
and our
to a
secondary
very
gen.
cool match here. I feel like we don't get to see this that often, man. JDCR and
Oh
Nee.
yeah, and you know, even though I have my Evo hat on, I have my Tekken heart on. I am a huge fan of the game, the series, the community.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
remember
super
this
excited to see
match.
How this plays out. I mean, you know, these two guys, they are no stranger to Evo events.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was
JDCR winning the first
2017, man.
console Evo way back in 2017. Me winning the first Evo Japan event for Tekken 7. These guys definitely have made their mark in terms of, you know, the Evo events. However, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, it changes every single year. We've had a different champion every single year. As you mentioned, kind of the game has been growing ever since. You know, even before the console version was at EVO in 2017, we had sneak preview tournaments at EVO for the arcade version. It's, you know, thinking about how long that, you know, not only Tekken and Tekken 7 has been part of EVO, it's great to see, you know, the growth and, you know, the hunger for people wanting to enter these events. Not just these events, you know, events like, you know, CEO, we had CEO not
Hey,
too long
you.
ago, a few
You
months
want to try
ago.
my guff?
Tekken is doing so well there.
Yep, that is
I mean, the
Steve
numbers are
Fox
crazy,
all the way,
the numbers are
through and
insane,
through.
and I'm excited to see how the community is going to kind of get together this year as a lot of events kind of return back to the offline tournament scene. So I'm excited for it. You know, I have so many favorite EVO events from years past, and I just can't wait to see how things go. I mean, the last EVO we had in a live environment in Las Vegas was 2019. And we ended up
2019.
getting third place at that event. You want to kind of just talk to us and tell us about, you know, what that feeling is like. You're in that arena with roaring fans of like thousands.
I was in that arena watching too. That jump was so hype, yo.
I remember doing commentary, and I didn't want to do commentary. I just wanted to go to the stage and kind of watch and cheer.
Look at Steve in the
cheer you
back.
on like everyone else.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
It was super crazy. I mean, being in that arena in the Mandalay Bay Convention Center, there's been no other place like it that I've played in as a Tekken player. So all those fans cheering, you know, you could think that the most, you know, the biggest tournament that you've been to times 10. That's what it feels like. The floor shaking and the stakes are you know, have never been as high. And that was the case when I competed at Top 8 in 2019. I think the field was like over 2,000 or something, the largest field in Tekken history. So it was just a big honor, and like I was really proud to be able to get that far and compete. That was probably my favorite Evo, you know, as a whole. Outside of just doing really well there, my favorite moment was just having Arsene Ash.
Never been to Evo? Oh man, yeah, you got to go to at least one. I went to
yeah, that was
20 Evo 2018 and 2019, and 2020 would have been my third consecutive Evo. But you know,
the rest is history.
Coronavirus came and ruined that. So
all right, let's get right into the match. Excited to see who these players are going to be picking. Nee, you know, can use a number of characters. Same thing with JDCR. These guys have quite the arsenal.
Can't travel during the pandemic.
Yep. You can use in competition. So as we go into it, let's see what we're going to be surprised. Oh my gosh! I did not expect this, Anakin.
Oh, they're playing online too. All right, so you got JDCR playing Fakum Ram, and of course Nee playing Brian Fury.
He's been bouncing around trying to counterpick players, trying to counterpick characters. So you know, we see these Brian picks in exhibition matches and stuff. So that's what I'm really happy to see. And JDCR, I feel like he's lately been in a character crisis situation. Can't really decide who he wants to take to these tournaments. But in an exhibition set, Fakum Ram is never a bad choice.
Never a bad choice. You know, he's been using a lot of Armor King, particularly when these guys would meet up in tournament play. Nee would always kind of shift towards kind of Geese and Steve as well. So it's interesting to see this matchup, maybe a matchup we're not used to seeing, at least here and now. So right now, Nee
3 in a row
to really open up JDCR, and he's doing such a great job of it. And it's all about timing. Those hatchet kicks, they add up.
Yeah,
he doesn't have any low options.
You know, a lot of players do a lot
it's
of
the first round.
It's safe. They don't want to take those risks, and they wait until later to start opening up those lows. And he's the type of player where you really do think that he is that way. He doesn't like take risks at the beginning. So that's really what caught JDCR off guard there. And it's been known that JDCR is not, you know, I wouldn't say bad at low blocking, but if you're ever going to break his defense, that's where you're going to do it, because he's so good at dodging everything else, right?
Yeah, I think he's talked about his technology a lot. Is like he doesn't want to risk kind of ducking and getting launched, right? Oh my gosh. What a duck there for me.
Wall break. Oh no! I was mistaken.
Taunt will do it. That is what he's known for, really revolutionizing the use of Brian throughout the many years, and really adding that to his arsenal. You got to remember, Nee is the one that really popularized the use of taunt, and he was able to utilize it in such a way that it becomes a threat. You have to be careful on how you get up.
There you go.
Wow, the full combo he used perfectly this time. It still gets it to the
2 wall carries.
Before. And JDCR,
oh, he went for the taunt jet upper.
This is what you get against a player as good as Nee. You keep testing him, you know, he's gonna definitely answer those test questions perfectly. So right there, taunt being used. I saw like 3 different occasions perfectly. Twice to end the round. Once right there with that sick wall combo that I've never even seen before, to just carry with the 1-4 from that position to the wall. That's that.
That was a brilliant display of Brian play from Nee. And you know, again, we don't really get to see it that often, especially when it comes to competition, especially against a player like JDCR. So that was quite a treat. That's going to kind of put JDCR back to the drawing board there. I mean, is he going to switch to another character? What's he going to do? Because right now, Nee is up 1-0, and he looked comfortable. That was 3 straight rounds, pure domination. Anytime JDCR tried to come in, he got hit with a counter hit. 4, he got hit with the magic 4. He got hit with jabs. And Nee really just controlled it, especially on the Oki side.
He landed like a couple lows there. That's the only thing that I even recall JDCR being successful at. But that was a total beatdown, 3 straight rounds, and the type of match where you don't really get to learn much about your opponent. You don't really even have a plan of attack. But he's gonna switch with Fakum Ram there. I guess the way he sees it is that went so bad it can't get any worse. This game cannot be any worse, right? And I think that is true. That was just everything he did wrong there. Tech rolling on the wall, you know, just guessing wrong in the mix-ups, and if anything he does differently here would probably give him a chance to learn a little bit more, survive a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, in the right hands, Brian he's very scary, and he hurts. Yeah, very solid character.
I feel like he pulls him out every now and then, right? And when he does, it's always a surprise and a treat for the fans. But again, whenever he does pick them, he always makes sure that he's using them to an effective way. Oh my gosh, nice punish.
JDCR really known for his movement, his evasion. So far, he's sidestepped a couple moves, but I saw like opportunity to get more damage. He's settling right now. But this is a nice juicy combo into the round finisher. Nicely done. Definitely going to gain some confidence there for JDCR, getting his first round of this set. He's using that down 4-1 poke string. A lot of options from there already. Knees back to the wall.
Oh my God, he was ready.
Oh, wait a minute.
He was ready for that too. Perfect punish, but the combo came too soon and he dropped it. But big lead right now for Knee. One more launch, and I think that's going to be, could be death.
Yeah, and you know, Knee, of course, not a stranger to this character. Of course, using Bakuram as well. One of those rare players that has really every single character in his roster to Tekken God Omega. Oh.
Yeah, like he did that a while ago, doing that achievement. I don't think anybody's done that in the world. Get Tekken God Omega with every single character. It's so hard to just get even Tekken God Prime, man. Anybody who plays ranked knows. So that's really impressive for him. And he's just, you know, hungry for more right now. Here we go. The patience right now. They're switching it up. Knee feels a little bit pressured right now. He's throwing a lot more keep out moves. Does not want JDCR to get close.
And that's the thing, it's all about timing, and I feel like JDCR in that opening round, he had a good read on the timing, but then, again, Knee kind of just changing things up here. You know, he was going in on him in that very first match. He was going for the hatchet kicks. He was going for the pressure tools with the back one, with the down two. But let's see what he does now. How is he going to open him up?
Oh, nice duck.
Lead on JDCR.
No big moments have happened so far, so waiting for that first big launch, that first big counter hit.
Here it comes.
It's not going to be death for JDCR yet, but is he going to tech roll? He's going to challenge Knee again, and he's staying down, rightfully so. Respects.
Oh, nice evade.
Pretty solid. Magic 4.
A
couple times now that string has gotten JDCR out of trouble. And I think that once, you know, Knee is a player that has been trying to get close with Brian so he can land these counter hits or these lows. And so right there, he sensed that Knee was trying to make that comeback, and he didn't want to let that happen. So shut down with the right kick, left kick. Pretty simple.
Let's go. There it is again.
Oh, here we go.
Everything going well.
Oh, nice throw break.
But a nice life lead here, of course.
When you're throwing out a lot of pokes like that, though, up close, it only just takes one magic 4.
Oh, that's it.
Said that it's actually Knee who gets it, and it
he's dead.
Death right here. Oof. The big character.
Gotta remember, Bakuram is a big character. He's unable to escape that extra damage at the wall. And Knee, one of those guys, he has that knowledge. He's gonna know exactly what to do in any given situation.
JDCR being stubborn right now with the down back 4 low kick. Brian gets big damage and a knockdown when he blocks that. So a lot more times than not, it's been blocked. And Knee right now with a slight advantage. His back's to the wall though, and you see him. He's trying to step to his right, slowly get away, and pressure the other way. And now JDCR with his back to the wall. You see it once somebody's back to the wall, they try to throw out those attacks to try to get off. Whatever it is, it's better than being back fully up against the wall. Against either Bakuram or Brian, it's pretty much like you're dead at that point. So they're trying everything they can to get off that corner.
And that's the thing. Some of these things that are crucial because, you know, they're both so good in terms of movement. So them pulling out the homing moves, like, for example, JDCR going for that down back 4. He has to be careful, especially with his back to the wall. Man, look at that Knee closing it out.
And that is going to be it. Knee takes the set 2-0 over JDCR. I mean, right there, JDCR had a great chance in the final round to go and tie up the set.
Be right back, yo.
It down, closes the door. No go, 2-0 to Knee. Mark, what do you think?
Hopefully that's a great preview of what we're going to be seeing at a lot of these events and tournaments as we kind of go back slowly into the offline. And, of course, for EVO in the future. So, again, that was awesome. I was super happy to see Knee's Brian, and he was able to really come out on top. Anakin, I got to tell you, I'm really happy that we got to do commentary for this. And I'm excited for when we get to see each other. I'll see you at EVO later this year. And everyone that's watching at home, I hope you guys are excited for EVO as well. Make sure you guys register. Check out the website when the registration is up later today, evo.gg. So I hope you guys get ready for another just wonderful year of Tekken.
And there you have it. We're going to be having Tekken 7 back at EVO, a game that I have really loved to watch every single... Are you wave dashing at me? Is that what's happening? I'm going to backdash away. But Tekken 7 is going to be there, which is like, it's one of my favorite games to watch, especially in the arena. Like live, being there in person, watching you running around, yelling, make some noise. Like it is, I promise you, you will never have an experience like that in the community. It's so fun.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you guys know Tekken. I love it. And I personally know, because I'm running the show most of the time, that being in that arena on Sunday is something that is only done. You have to be there to experience it yourself. And on top of that, Tekken's another one of those games. It's been around for a while. We have some of the best players in the world, not just in the States, but out there in the world that will be at EVO. You just saw Nee go up against JDCR. There's more of that to come, I promise you, coming from EVO, especially considering last year we had, the largest Tekken tournament ever at that point. I mean, with the last live EVO, we had the largest Tekken.
Feels like a year ago. But
it definitely feels like
it was many. And that's the cool thing is, like, you look at these exhibitions, there's so many good players. A lot of people are like, I don't know much about Tekken 7. Who are these people? These are, past EVO champions that you're watching go out of here for your entertainment, for each of the games we're announcing, right? A lot of them are just super high-level players, so it's always really fun to watch.
Well, look, speaking of high level and the legacy that comes from this, and we got a lot more space at EVO, which I'm really happy to hear. We got a brand new community tournament section for everybody. We got a sick new stage, but even more so, that touches my heart. We got a brand new area that is filled with nothing but classic actual arcade cabinets for the people to come from home and play themselves in person versus other people. I personally think that's amazing. I was born a button barbarian in the arcades, bro. I'm happy to hear about this. What about you, Say, Jim?
Yeah, I think it's really cool because more and more events are starting to really focus on casuals and stuff too, but having cabs is so nice, right? Because you just have all these games and there's something so nostalgic about just seeing a cab at an event and being like, there's someone on that cab over there. I'm gonna just walk
I've been
over,
obsessed with
sit down,
Tekken
start
4
playing,
lately.
and before you even know what's happening,
As an
all of a sudden,
avid retro gamer myself.
Everywhere trying to play. So it's like one of those things where there's something that draws you towards it. There's like the beacon, right? The light coming off of the cabinet.
The buttons,
you
you can
see
hear
it. Yep, all the buttons coming through, and you're just like, I gotta stop for a second and play real quick. You just look, you're like, they're playing that. I'm gonna go over there. Let me just go sit down. And there's just something very visceral about that feeling. You're just like, oh wait, I gotta go over there and check that out. Speaking of which, we've been moving and grooving here, announcing games, having exhibitions and stuff. Are you ready for the next game?
Look, man, that's why I'm here. I'm here to see you and to hear these games. So what we have coming next is what?
We are going to go to Hell Pockets for our next game at EVO 2022.
All right, so what's the next main game?
Hey, thank you, Jam and Steve, for that warm introduction. My name is Hell Pockets, and I am delighted to announce that KOF 15 is going to be at EVO 2022.
I knew it.
As a main stage game. That's right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And I am joined here by my illustrious co-host, Aru. How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. Thank you. It's such a joy to be here. Announcing that KOF is going to be back at EVO. Can you believe it's been 5 years since KOF 14 was last at EVO? That is insane to me. And it's so wonderful. KOF 15, it's new, it's here, it's great, and it's going to be at EVO. So you all should be really excited to both register and spectate, if you can't make it. So, before we go any further, though, I just wanted to kind of mention my favorite EVO moment for KOF. Yeah, so this was actually before I really got into fighting games like that. Before I ever came out to locals or anything, I was watching EVO, and I watched. It was a set that you commentated, actually, Chris. It was.
No!
Yeah, man. It was actually Mad KOF versus Bala in 2012. So that's been 10 years now. Since that happened, and man, I gotta tell you, as a Korean American,
KOF 13,
Mad KOF, facing all this adversity in the crowd, all the Mexicans were chanting Mexico, calling him pendejo, and all this nonsense.
Dang.
But my man's made it, and I thought that was the sickest set ever. And you know what? I still do. So
Ralph.
I'm really looking forward to this year. I hope that this year can kind of also inspire a whole new generation in the same way that inspired me. So Chris, how about you? What was your favorite EVO moment?
Oh man, the legendary Bala versus Mad KOF. Everybody always brings that up when they're talking about, EVO moments, KOF moments. And I always have to one-up them with the following year, EVO 2013, Reynolds versus Wu in Grand Finals, another event that I worked. And you want to talk about a clinic in KOF 13 at its peak. You just see two of the best players in the world go the distance and just leave
this
it
game
all
was just
in the hallway. Man. I know it sounds cliche, but that's literally what happened. I definitely implore people who haven't seen those,
still one of the prettiest games ever made.
Go back and watch both of those grand finals, and you will see two players, or rather 4 players, I guess. Just
he just threw a stick on the ground,
and the crowd just going ape. You know what?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was also, that's probably my second place one. just because, you know, like you said, everything was just so electrifying about that set. KOF, you know, long history at Evo, and they've all been great. Like, seriously, every single one has been great, and I'm really, really, you know, I know 15's gonna meet all those expectations.
Oh yeah, 15 is gonna be dumb hype.
Oh,
I can feel it.
I think we're in that territory.
And then with the new teams coming out,
like,
what?
We're about to add another page to that history book because apparently we got a little exhibition to watch between Reynolds and El Rosa in KOF 15 to celebrate its inclusion into Evo 2022. So without further ado, let's get into the match. Oh, so yeah. Looks
all
like
right, we got two Ralphs.
Left on the one player side and El Rosa on the right. El Rosa running Kukri, Dinosaur, and Ralph. And Reynolds.
Oh, hold on. T.O. Setsu, thank you for that follow, man.
And Vanessa. He's been singing high praise.
Yo, I swear, Ralph is on everybody's team, including mine.
Yeah. See how he can make this character work.
I think so. I've seen some of his matches, and he's definitely seems like he's putting in a lot of time into Vanessa. He seems like a really big believer, and honestly, I'm with him because the character seems
too,
like
yeah, because
she's got a lot of different ways to open you up and stuff and mix you up. So
it's not just that too, but like you remember how she was in 14, where she was just like this combo beast, but it was like very tied to her meter.
Let's go.
And how much she had. Now it's a little more opened up because of how the system works in 15.
Yo, Vanessa is ridiculous.
She's just more versatile that way and can put a ton of damage.
Nice overhead. Okay.
Absolutely, but right now it looks like they're both kind of feeling each other out. Not too many major hits have really come through yet.
Oh yeah, I bet you there's gonna be like a lot of disrespect once they get comfortable.
Absolutely,
on
both these guys. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, Reynolds, but El Rosa can get a little cheeky too, you know.
Oh, for sure, man. These are actually two great competitors.
Nice. Oh, here it comes.
Oh boy,
big damage. Oh, he's dead.
For Kukri. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good clean hit for Reynolds. Opens it all up. Man, Vanessa, she very efficiently turns bar into damage, man.
Yeah.
But yo, this is El Rosa's character though. Dinosaur.
The quintessential Dinosaur player. Yeah, been playing him since 14. Been doing just
man,
stuff.
Let's go.
Came out with this character, kind of making Dinosaur players out of a lot of the new KOF players.
Nice.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw a lot of people really interested in the character after the Team Spooky exhibitions that you know he was playing in.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's exactly why.
Oh, he went for another one, but yeah, big disrespect out of Reynolds. Good stuff.
I think that was EX too, and Reynolds just stuffed it with the close C.
Yep.
Oh, the
no!
overhead though.
Okay, damn, took Vanessa out.
That's okay. That's secondary character almost dead. Vanessa did her job. Elizabeth is coming in with 2 and almost 2.5 bars against a Dinosaur that is bleeding.
Yeah. Now this is another really strong character in my opinion, Elizabeth.
Oh, extremely.
She's got a lot of really straightforward but very effective options. And she's got one of the best anti-airs in the game in her Reflect.
Yeah, it's very aggravating to deal with, especially when you play a team full of like projectile users that just want to get that space opened up. And right now, that doesn't seem to be a problem for El Rosa. Yikes!
That was such a crazy. I don't know if that even crossed up or not, but that clearly Reynolds didn't even know either. Yeah. But wow, that was really good presence of mind from El Rosa to be able to convert that into a kill combo.
Yeah, and that was a quick match too, so Dinosaur got a lot of that life back, looking like he's a contender in the third round here.
That's true, but this is that character, right?
This is that character, guys. Like, this man changes momentum so quickly. El Rosa's got one more touch left to his name, cannot get poked. Ooh.
Yeah, big trade in Reynolds' favor there. I think Rolf,
Okay.
Yeah, and it's funny that both players are opting to choose Ralph as anchor. I mean, there's a reason for that, guys.
I was gonna say, like, Stan D kind of makes a big argument for that case, and there we see it. This is gonna be a lot of damage. He still has 2 bars.
That's gonna hurt so bad.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Absolutely.
Yo, still the illest climatic animation ever, yo.
What the heck? What was he looking for?
No.
Are you kidding me? Oh
wow!
Well, and ironically, that's the color that I use for Ralph too. That that teal looking color.
He was gonna go for a climax there, you know.
I think there was really very few arguments against it unless he's that confident in his offense that, hey, he left me alive, I'm going to get another chance to touch him again, so let's actually kill him the second time. But as you see right there,
nice.
Spending that meter on a bad quick max. Ooh.
Now this is actually one-touch territory.
Yes.
But really, I mean, if El Rosa gets now
Oh,
more clean
it
hit,
can still go either way. Wait a minute. Oh, what the comeback?
Volatile is the name. Ralph Jones. Far D has been absolutely ruined.
Oh, what up, Turles?
Since the game's release.
no kidding, man. That button makes me
she didn't get to play.
question all of my character choices. I always think to myself, why am I not playing this guy? You know? But
it's strange.
game's
It's like,
still
that's a
fun.
good button, man.
Yeah, I mean it's fun as hell. Like,
Oh,
once you
got 70
being able
y'all
to
in
play
here right
around it
now?
and get in
Word.
on Ralph and you know, put the hurt on him and for once, it really feels rewarding in this game.
Oh, totally. You know, and I think that you can always pat yourself on the back for getting around Ralph, but there's still like the fact that you had to play around him, and you're just like, you know what? No matter how you slice
Ralph.
it,
I
would've
love
just
Ralph's
been
damage in
easier
this.
to pick Ralph and hit far stand D at round start.
You're right. You're right.
All right.
We gotta be real with ourselves, Aru.
Yeah.
Vanessa coming out swinging.
Up on it though. Maybe thought he was a little too far away.
Yeah, he might have been a little too far because Vanessa is a little bit stubby.
Yeah, she's a little bit dependent on spacing, and like despite the fact that she can confirm all the far C's, that does betray her sometimes.
This is really
dirty
scary.
in that corner.
Kukri really shines once he gets into the
Unintended.
corner. He's got a lot of really scary loops that can do a lot of damage for very low meter.
And a lot of people are
let's
worried
go.
that because the sand clone starts does a knockdown now, it does no longer leave the opponent standing, that he might have lost some of his offense. But those rumors were not true. This guy is still very frightened. Ooh.
Absolutely. Very nice
What an answer
confirm on
from
the
Rosa.
OC.
Nice.
And Reynolds not putting the foot off the gas yet. Wow! What a
Nice. Blows it up. That is not real.
Oh, now Rose is in the corner. How's he going to get out of this? He can't guard
guard
cancel. He
crush.
can't do anything. Guard broken.
Beautiful. And that's, I think, the case. Oh. That was beautiful. So he actually went over the low anti-air low attempt from Reynolds by using the air TK move to stay in the air a little
All right,
bit
Elizabeth.
And that's one of the scariest things about Kukri, that he can turn a jump into like a delayed overhead.
Mm-hmm. Nice pressure here from El Rosa.
Just doing that stand or that jump blowback just to make sure that Reynolds not jumping out. Backing up? I don't know about that.
Nice. There goes that
The
anti-air
pressure.
like I was talking about.
I don't even know what he was expecting to happen. Try to put her in the other corner now. Now he's going to lose this character because he gave up on the pressure in the corner, and there he goes.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a really good defensive round, I think, from Reynolds. Managed to kill Kukri without losing too much life. He's going to get a lot of that back.
Now, this was the problem last match, though. This
That's
dinosaur
true.
seemed to put Reynolds on skates, had him scratching his head for a good 2 minutes, couldn't figure it out.
And we'll see if he makes any adjustments.
Oh.
This guy is an Evo champ.
Don't get command grab.
He is an Evo champ, but in a way, so is Rosa. As the winner of the KOF 14 pre-release tournament at Evo, you know, he has he is not a stranger to high-pressure situations in the Evo environment. And that tournament did have Reynolds in it.
Oh
right,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. That's kind of Rosa's thing, you know, like the game's out early, he's like a monster.
Damn. Oh, one
yeah.
more hit.
Like as we're seeing right now. Man, this dinosaur is really putting the hurt on Elizabeth all this round.
Oh, yeah. And Reynolds just like, how do I approach this guy? I got all the meter in the world, but can't get in.
Damn.
Exactly. That's one of Liz's problems, that her approaches are fairly linear, and her range is also like, besides a few of her like pokes, it's not too great.
All right, Wreck-It Ralph. Oh,
nice.
Okay,
clawed up.
one chance. A lot of chances for Reynolds to take this round. I was gonna say, like, this is his last character, and he can't afford to take too much damage like that. All right, get off me.
Wait, is he going to OCV?
Oh. Rosa telling him pump the brakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, playing against this dinosaur with those gigantic jabs, it's really hard to find, you know, a spot to get a clean hit on him.
No, it's really hard. And that hurt box is not exactly what you think it is either.
That's true.
Like, I get like,
Oh, nice. There you go.
He found it, though.
Yes.
Threads the needle.
I love Ralph, man.
You could have punished that. You could have punished that.
Yes, absolutely. All right, now it's back down to the anchors.
Oh my God! And in El Rosa's favor with full health and 3.5 bars. Oh, that's an activation if I've ever saw one. And Rosa saying thanks for the.
Think old boy can OCV? Man, I
just
love Rob.
sneaking in a
Yeah,
lot of
man,
really
Rob
strong
was
hits
my
are
dude,
really
man.
beginning to add up now against El Rosa.
But I really didn't start playing him
Throwing in this game is
until
going to add up quickly because throwing is so favorable
14.
because of-
So
I mean,
I don't know. Some may call me a fraud,
frame count, it's
but I don't care.
Incredibly so.
Let's go.
Plus, they reward you with a hard knockdown, so it's still your turn. After
Oh,
that. There
fast.
you go.
hold on.
You just hold up for the safe jump. I run up with 2 bars. If he touches him, you better believe he's going to quick next.
Oh,
There it is.
oh.
Just said.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, no, the EX.
That was so crazy. So again, El Rosa demonstrating mastery, air superiority. You know, staying in the air, using that air special. move to
Oh,
punish,
welcome.
My God, I don't know if that was on reaction
Sai is here.
or if that was by design. Like, did he just neutral jump and plan to just do dive at that point? I don't know, man. That seems insane to me. But that's El Rosa, you know? You never quite know what he's thinking. What a great match to showcase the volatility of KOF 15 and just a piece of how hype it could be at EVO 2022. I don't know, man. I don't know if we're ready. Because that's just like, that's early business right now.
Yeah.
What happens?
Like the game
in
hasn't
5 more months?
The game hasn't been out for a month
What does
yet.
this look like in 5 more months? I can't even imagine.
Oh
Dude,
man.
I have no clue either. I mean, it's a really exciting time to be a KOF fan right now because this
Yes.
15, there's so many possibilities.
I'm playing
the
Animal
options,
Crossing, but gotta
that you
support
have
the
to
fam.
spend
Hey,
here
and
all
the
this-
and the
all different
fam
characters that
appreciates
they've given
that
us.
for real. Thank
It's
you.
going to be so exciting to see where the game goes, and I really can't wait to see what people from all over the world bring to the table at EVO. You know.
That's right. Everybody better be ready because there are people coming for that crown in KOF 15. It's going to be big. And I think that's going to do it for us, though. Steve and Sajam, y'all take it away.
KOF 15
Yes, I can
will
turn the
be
recent
the
events
next
on
title
for this.
at EVO 2022. Shout outs to Hell Pockets, Aru, as well as El Rosa and Reno for giving us an amazing display of KOF 15. KOF 15 historically has given us some of the most exciting matches at EVO. I cannot wait to see what's going to be on display.
Yeah, KOF as a franchise, it has some of the best EVO top 8s of all time, right? Some of them slot in there as some of the most entertainment you can go watch. Even today, if you go watch those old top 8s for 13 or 14 or whatever you're interested in, you go watch KOF, the excitement from the crowd, the excitement from the commentators, the players, everybody's just excited. Those games are timeless, and they're so fun to watch. If you go back to watch old KOFs, and you have just been playing 15, like a lot of people have, myself included, you will notice like, wow, these characters are doing the exact same things that they do in the new game. So you'll be really prepared. So if you're interested in KOF 15 at all, I highly recommend it. The game is a blast. The old
game's a lot
top
of fun.
eights are so fun to watch. The community is always so excited, and it's such a worldwide international game. So many people from all over the world play KOF, which I think is one of the coolest things about it. It doesn't matter where you're from. You probably know somebody that plays KOF and is really interested in it.
Look, I can tell you right now, man, Reynolds, one of those guys that we just saw in that exhibition. During that EVO's grand final set, I was the one, check the tapes, who handed him the American Aviator sunglasses. That's one of the reasons I know KOF always goes off at EVO, and it's because of that competition that we get from all around the world. It's not just central to one specific region. All over the world plays KOF. KOF 15, the new kid on the block, really gonna turn a lot of heads. Listen to Sajam, listen to me. You guys wanna watch what comes from KOF 15 this year at EVO.
Yeah, and so many of the players that are really good at other fighting games actually started on KOF. I think a lot of people will tell you like, oh, I used to go to the arcade and there was like a cab there, a Neo Geo cab, like whatever.
is that
I used to
Hado
play
in the
KOF
back?
all the time. So it's like a really common starting point for a lot of players. But speaking of which, Steve, I have one of the most important announcements in Evolution history to tell you about.
Okay.
This year at EVO,
All
when
right.
you grab your badge, you show up, you say, hi, I'm such and such, here's my badge, I got it, shake hands, all that kind of stuff,
Okay.
put it on. When you get your badge, it also comes with a refillable water bottle.
What?
That you can use at any of the 45 stations across EVO to refill and hydrate during the event.
Yo!
Tell me, not only do we get this sick new section to play all our community games, a stage, a dope layout, but we also get water bottles to refill in between the sets we could potentially be playing at EVO 2022 this year?
That's correct.
The best EVO ever.
Yo,
That's really
I gotta
all-
go.
That's all I needed. You know what I'm saying?
You got casuals, you got water. What else could you want? I mean, those are the two most important things that mankind needs, right? Like, you just look around, you're like, this is it. This is the one.
Look, man, every player, every person that watches you stream, they always tell you to drink water. Now EVO single-handedly making sure that we get to that water. And I'm telling you right now, in all honesty, we know how it goes. Playing in tournaments, talking in tournaments, you definitely need water
Yep.
on standby all
So-
the time. So I'm happy that this is actually happening.
I can't wait to see it, everybody, at EVO this year. Hydrated, you know.
We're going to be cheersing with the
Cheers. You know, everybody's skin flawless, you know, because of everything that's going on. You're going to be playing casuals, cheers in some water, right? You know, you're going to be having the best EVO of your life.
popping water bottles. But with that being said, well, first off, well, before we go any further, we still have games for you guys to find out about. And for that next title, I'm going to send it to the legendary Majin Obama.
Oh.
All right, thank you, Steve and Steve. I'm pleased to announce Melty Blood Type Lumina
Okay.
is going to be a main game for EVO.
Melty
2022.
Blood, okay.
Much to the ire of all the Steam chart posters, Redditors, 4chan, you name it. And we're going to be watching a special exhibition featuring 2 of the top players in North America for this game, Squat Vermilion
NA?
and Masoma. I'm joined by the lovely Jalen, who's going to be commentating with me. How you doing, Jalen?
I'm doing really well. I'm very, very excited that Multi-Blood Type Lumina is going to be a main game for EVO in 2022.
Oh, they got that Sony and
these two, to watch
Pokemon
them
money.
help us introduce this. I mean, what better? They were our 1 and 2 coming out of Frosty Faustings this past January, and so they're going to help us bring the hype for this, and I'm really thrilled to have it.
Yeah, these 2 players in particular in North America have had really, really strong consistency in their success, both online and offline events, right? Multiple NLBCs, but like you said, most notably that recent Frosty Faustings bout where they faced off in grand finals, right?
Right, and that grand finals was crazy too.
Yeah, Scrot coming back from losers to reset, really, really close set overall. And I think what's really cool about this too is that this is Melty Blood's second time being an EVO main title. You know, the last time was NBAA, I think in 2010. It's quite some
Wow.
time, but
12 years.
So with that said, let's get into the
I
match.
still didn't pick this game
All
up
right,
yet.
so I did know, so Scrot was notably a Hisui player, but has been playing around a lot with Shiki, and Misoma sticking with Vlav, the character that they've been playing for a really, really long time. So I'm excited to see what Scrot brings forth with this Shiki pick, because I know he's been playing with a lot post-Frosty, so let's see what he's got.
Yeah, like you mentioned, right? We most often associate him with Hisui play, but this Tono character in this game is so balanced, so strong.
Let's go. Oh my god.
It feels like he's a constant threat, close range, mid range. Masoma's Vlav character, of course, very excellent at zoning, long range, but also a big threat in mid range too because of the threat of overheads and his low rekkas and things like that. He's able to mix you up pretty. It's pretty hard, I think, get a handle on how to approach this character in certain ranges.
Right, exactly. And as we saw in that previous match, Misoma just dominated. Like, I like the idea of what Scrot is going for. Finally gets a good hit here. But Misoma was really dominant in that first game, especially with all that ground mix-up game that Vlav has. But here is the power of Shiki mixing up in the corner. Big combo, taking Vlav down to half health, and forces out a heat.
Yeah, this character's conversion power just from mid-range touches especially with meter to back him up. He's so dangerous. You see him showing off that one-hit Rekka. That thing is like a vacuum. Can hit on the ground, multi-purpose special. Anti-air on the ground. Nice air-to-air jump B here. Masoma going to be able to make a good conversion. And the drop. You see, most of Vlav's combos like that off of some of those touches is going to put him at a range where he can get back to zoning or swinging that machete from mid-range.
Yeah, the thing with Vlav is that even if he's not using his fireball game, his normals are huge and take up so much of the screen. Really nice blocking and spacing there from Misoma.
They're very obnoxious. Very obnoxious. They hit like very disjointed too.
Not a Melty Blood person, but I will say
that
Melty Blood
shield animation and got
TL
hit
is
with
hella
the
fun.
ground fire coming back, and so Misoma takes.
Yeah, I remember
that
the first time I played Melty Blood, like ever. I was like, "Yo, what is this game?"
Yeah, and I think
matter of fact, Blackstar
too, I think that's
from the VF community introduced me to it at NYGX
Masoma's
in New York.
mental fortitude and how long he can be confident in his ability to control Scrot's movement in particular. You notice that when he gets full screen, it's about trying to read Scrot's approaches and be able to mix up his fireball patterns from there. If Scrot can get in and run his offense like this, that's where he can really put Masoma on his back and make him have to make some bad
As
guesses
predicted,
defensively.
Melty Blood will be
Right
in
now,
Evo.
Masoma in
Nice.
Takes
Good
the corner
call,
away from
man.
him.
I mean,
All right,
looks like you were right.
Nice shield count. Oh, BC shield counter, and this is exactly what you were highlighting, gets into that fireball range, mixes up with the ground game. Look at that. He's trying to catch with the jump, but it's not working, unfortunately. And now Scrot forced to block. Does have 3 bars of magic circuit, though, so could turn this around pretty quickly. But doesn't. He gets caught.
And Masoma doing a really, really good job of intercepting Scrot's movement, like we were saying, right? Note the jump Bs, note the ground's anti-air swings. Scrot having a really tough time getting in. Awesome backdash and punish on the throw attempt. He's gonna eat what,
that backdash into the Rekka, perfect. Oh, and he even does a little bit of charge for the moon gauge too. That's just kind of rude.
Yeah, that's an option Masoma goes to pretty often. Just in the meantime, when players like to sit and try to block or be patient, he's willing to take that gauge build. Charging like that builds meter. It's gonna give him more damage potential.
Well, Vlad works so well with Moondrive too, so it's really essential for him to have nice blocking just to stare off. Scrot Rebellion regaining so much of that recoverable health, and a good throw to try and set up back in the neutral. We do it again.
He got excellent return.
Oh, he got up in him that time.
Got all the health back, got confidence back, and then was able to just use throws on his offense to really throw Masoma off beat.
This is a strong opening from Scrot. Probably one of the strongest that we've seen.
My man is going
in. He's putting Masoma in the corner. Another
corner pressure.
3 in a row that haven't been challenged. But Vlad
out of the corner now
with huge buttons, and now that he's in ice mode, he's got a different moveset, and his projectiles are larger as well.
Yeah, here we go,
so he's basically 2 characters in one.
Stomp. Shield on the big swing there. Using ice projectiles to try to again lock Scrot down, just do some chip damage. Take the opportunity to charge as well. Staircase down, Scrot in good position here. Has 3 bars built.
I like the idea of going ahead and choose one. Oh, and another reactive heat to try and just change the tides here. That's putting Masoma at a good health gauge, and it wasted all of the heat activation from Scrot as well, but Scrot coming back with moon activation.
Yeah, that defensive Moondrive activation to be able to see what's happening in the string in real time like that. Be able to create an opening for Scrot here. Nice jump shield on the moon skill there. Be able to get a guaranteed punish there.
Very, very smart play. I like the adjustments that we're seeing from Scrot to be able to... You know, he noticed that at full screen, of course, at full screen against Vlad, you're not going to be able to do as much as what you want to, but that was giving Masoma all of the advantages, Shiki being at full screen, and Scrot by using a different combination of shield and Moondrive and just honestly run-ups and grabs was able to totally change the tide of that.
Set point, really.
Yeah, and it's about being a little bit patient or a little bit deceptive in how he moves with Scrot, right? You can't just really just jump in the same way every time, or that's going to be easy for Masoma to read and intercept, as you saw in game 1, right? But then now he's mixing up that air movement along the ground, putting in a lot more dash and then breaking, mixing up just run-in attack with run-up throw.
Yeah, this is, even though it seems much more back and forth, Scrot is definitely hurting for health, but is almost done with his
game looks good. It is, man.
And has
this is the latest Melty Blood that came out.
Back so much of that health after the
came out last summer.
Activation. But Scrot being
I still
very
haven't
careful
picked it
around
up
this
though.
fireball game, and just it manages to get right in between them and carry him all the way to the
go.
corner. This could be huge with the amount of meter that he's got.
That's the thing, Jalen. Total with 3 bars. And he has corner control. Counter Moondrive gets the throw. That's a huge
dang! Yo, that was got a little tight in that corner.
Charge Siege is doing work right here. It's Scrot on set point.
Jeez. I mean, this is, again, a very strong start from Masoma, trying to get back as much of that moon meter.
The thing is, I had like plenty of opportunities to pick this game up. I just didn't.
The combo goes all the way through. Big damage, just trying to get the floor ice. And again, Scrot with these shield challenges coming in clutch.
And Masoma's defense so activated right now. Gets the big touch here, and that's going to do it. We're going to a final round.
Oh, this is so great. What else do you want to see for a reveal? We want to see it final game, final round.
Jump C trucking through the jumpy air-to-air attempt from Masoma. Scrot gets the corner. This is the advantageous position that he's been able to get so much return out of. Big call out on the wake-up heat activation. 4 bars built. This is going to be big damage potential here.
Yo, my man is getting wicked in that corner, yo.
Decide to go for anything. Jesus. Super crazy, no, just uses what he knows. Good combos. Moondrive for Moondrive.
Oh, that's
activation
game.
And the challenge and full super Scrot Vermilion is gonna take it with a beautiful arc drive finish. I mean, what else do you want from that? Scrot finishes with a perfect. We got it down to the last game, last round, and that's our highlight for bringing you this action, for what you can look forward to and for what you can see for Melty Blood type Lumina at EVO 2022.
Yeah, seeing that kind of set, and again, it's like we said, we expect that from these are the two top competitors in North America for this game right now. But what I'm excited to see is how they stack up, especially because in the case of these two guys, they've been talking a lot of smack about how good North America is versus Asia versus other regions. I want to see the international battleground that this EVO 2022 can become for this game, because I think it has a lot of potential to that.
They weren't bad looking.
Put on a really good show.
Customization was
but
good
with that
too.
said, you know what, Jadalyn, you have anything else you want to add to it?
No, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think in the era of rollback netcode that we're going to have a lot of good international competition. Make sure that you sign up, that you register for EVO 2022 so that you can get in on this action and challenge not just the top players in North America, but the top players in the world.
Yeah, and with that said, Say-Jam, Steve, back to you guys.
And there you have it. Melty Blood type Lumina is going to be at EVO this year. Its first appearance as a franchise at EVO in over a decade.
That's a very long time. And I can tell you, as somebody who's played the earlier versions of this game, having a new version for you guys to play at EVO is actually amazing. Shout outs to Obama for always talking this game up on the interwebs, always dropping the videos, making sure you guys know about it. I personally think this is great because the game's been around for quite some time. The newest version is a really fun game to play, and there's a lot of new players coming to just to get into this game, as well as a lot of the old players from the community coming in. So come out, represent the community, show up. I personally believe this is going to be one of the best showings at EVO, especially because the community is so dedicated.
Yeah, and for sure. And the cool thing to me, too, is that, you know, a lot of people make jokes about Melty Blood in the past, and then once there's a new game come out and everybody's been trying it, they're like, wait, this game is so sick.
Yeah.
This game is so cool. And the old game is really cool, too. And I think that's the cool thing about it. The entry number at events for Melty Blood has been incredibly good. It's been really, really good so far. The game is a blast to play. The old versions of the game were also really fun. And I think people are now realizing, like, Melty Blood is a really sick game. It's, like, really fun to play. The community is really cool and awesome. And I'm really excited to get to stage at EVO this year.
Look, man, a lot of people don't understand. We're kind of in a good spot for fighting games. Having a new Melty Blood going to EVO is just a small piece. Once again, there's a lot of things we're giving you today, but Melty Blood being at EVO is actually sick.
Yeah, as a fighting game fan, there's so many new releases. I'm like constantly trying to juggle all the new fighting games that are coming out, and Melty Blood's one of them. It's a super fun game. So, to go over all of our games so far, because we have more games on the way, but let's just do a little recap of everything so far.
Run down the list.
Okay, so the first game we talked about today was Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Then we have Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Tekken 7,
good night. All right,
King
Kirby.
of Fighters 15, and Melty Blood type Lumina. 6 games so far.
Oh,
all right.
How did I get that? Anyways, 6 games. 6 games, you already got them. But there's still more, like you said before, and I can't wait to see what's next on the list. And for that next game, we're going to send it over to Damascus.
Thank you, Say-Jam and Steve. I am super happy to be here. And of course, I am here to spread the good news that Dragon Ball FighterZ will be here as a main game at EVO.
Oh, Dragon Ball FighterZ, okay.
2022. Exciting times here. And we're going to be watching a special exhibition between 2 fan-favorite players. One of them being one of the guys that a lot of people believe is the best in the world right now, Yasha, against Gropis. But of course, if we're doing Dragon Ball FighterZ, I have to be with the one only, my boy, Terrence. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? So excited here to be bringing the good news that we will be having Dragon Ball FighterZ as a main game at EVO 2022. I am so ready for this, man. Dragon Ball Offline, this is where it belongs. It's going to be crazy, man. I'm so excited.
Absolutely crazy and super looking forward to this. And of course, Tarrant, EVO has a long history of fighting games and of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So before we go to the match, I would really like to talk about both of our favorite EVO moments. I kind of suspect you and I we might be the same, but I'm going to let you go first. What has been your favorite past the Dragon Ball FighterZ EVO moment?
Come on, man. It's no secret for us as Europeans. It's got to be
I see Tien.
Performance at
Got
EVO
apology,
2019.
man.
What a show he put on, man. When he made top 8, the Spanish boys flooding the stage. That was just an epic moment, man. First Spanish player to make top 8 at EVO. That was just, oh man, words can't describe it.
I absolutely knew you were about to say this, and I do remember, man, that when we were told that we were about to be on commentary for top 16, and we saw Shanks' bracket in top 16, we were like, you and I are about to make history because it's going to be time for Shanks.
Actually, I think I was actually sitting in that crowd watching some of that
running
too.
On the stage, jumping on their boy Shanks, who did great that year as well. Definitely an absolute highlight of EVO, but full of moments, hopefully more moments, of course, this year. And speaking of Dragon Ball FighterZ moments, a super hype exhibition right now, Tarrant. Yasha versus Gropis. Of course, the new 121 lab coat is in full force, but Yasha has been rotating characters a lot, right?
So we got Super
Yeah, he
Saiyan
has.
God.
Yasha, of course, like
Super
you
Saiyan
said a
Vegeta,
second ago,
got
man,
Broly,
regarded by many as
Android
the best out
17,
there right
yeah.
now. You know, this guy has single-handedly changed the meta. almost.
Fusion.
So him along with some of the French players, Wawa, you know, these other guys.
Another
just
game
pushing
that I
the
have
limits
that
of
I
what
have
this
not
game
been
has.
playing at
But
all.
He's going up against Gropis, who, you know, we just spoke
There's
about
too many
Shanks being one of
games,
Spain's
man.
finest players, but don't forget about Gropis, man.
Android
This guy is a
21
beast
rocking
in
the
his
lab
own
code. I see you, girl.
Evo online champion as well for this game. Really strong player.
He was the EVO champ actually for last year, the online EVO. He also does really well in Spain on the round, beat Shanks a lot of times and always does well. But the first opening goes to Yasha. Yasha, who opted for the Super Broly team. He's been having fun with that character lately.
Oh man, for sure. You know, we saw some of that at the Battle Hour exhibition. You know, we did get to see some of Yasha's Super Broly. This is a character that he really enjoys. Maybe a bit more known for these other two characters though, the Gogeta Blue and the Android 17. But man, that Super Broly, when he gets cooking, it's no joke, man.
Yeah, of course. As usually we would see Vegito in that spot, but Yasha has been known to go around and around. And to be honest, knowing Yasha's gameplay, as long as this happens, as long as his team can two-touch you from any moment, that's all he needs. Super Broly in.
Exactly, and the big threat, the big talking point of the game right now, Android 21 Lab Coat is out of the picture, guys. There will be no damage nerfs on display this game.
Yeah, that was efficient from Yasha. Ooh, the jump away from the Dragon Rush, tries to go for a float. 6M is gonna be blocked.
Wait, hold on,
Defense,
something
but he
just
can't
went off,
block. That
but-
gets snatched, man.
Nah, man, here we go.
For whatever
Super
reason, my
Broly.
notifications
I love
aren't
this
showing
character.
up.
Okay, of course it's Yasha, so it's gonna be
Probably because I have the
optimization
display
station all
capture
day.
on.
There we go, throws down the ball. Level 1.
Level 4-3,
Gets the knockdown, okay.
Yeah, she still had the barrier to recover that as well. But the Spark to save Zamasu, he's still gonna get opened up. Spark is probably gonna allow that Zamasu to stay alive. But look at this, man. Yasha is always ready.
A bit too far away though for that S. Usually that does reach from like pretty close to half screen, but that one missed unfortunately for Yasha. Oh
Best
man.
opening regardless, and he manages to snipe the bro tag. That 21 is being caught. That Super Broly is hitting like a tank right now.
Any Super Broly hit. Oh, there we go. Rejump time. Oh no, Gropis didn't tech. That's unfortunate. Okay, just gonna go for
You
the
know,
knockdown
they
here
say
with
it
the
is
Oh,
fake,
someone
man.
shared the stream.
The
Okay.
combos do the same damage.
Bro, if you didn't tech, that's more damage.
Exactly. It's
Okay, here we go.
psychological
This is
damage
gonna be
along
huge,
with
and-
character damage.
Oh yeah, that should be a dead Android 21 actually.
If I need to finish the combo, that should be good. Get the Dragon Rush. What the?
I mean,
that
he
was
did-
not even...
I mean,
Damn.
Yes, the Dragon Rush is right, but not the way he wanted it to. That was a drop opportunity, droption select, whatever you want to call it. It worked out for Yasha, man.
That was mixed. I personally got hit. That
let's
was
go.
mixed for me.
Oh wow, straight into level 3, get the shirt off.
Yeah, sends out, guns out.
That's
That
gonna
should
kill, right?
be enough. Yeah, that is. What a quick 1-0 for Yasha. Just asserting dominance. We know obviously that Yasha has been... he beat Gropis in quite a few tournaments. Gropis may be suffering from the fact that, you know, Andrew Tournament Cup is pretty new. Maybe not used to her enough to play against someone like Yasha.
That's true. You've also got to think about it like this, right? Picking Labcoat 21 against a guy like Yasha that is renowned for his optimization, his max damage situations, is a really good call actually, because you know getting that debuff on any one of these 3 characters is a big win for Gropis.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
here we
pretty
go,
much
we might see
eliminates the 2-touch condition, and there we go. You get the overhead for an opening, send down, and you can probably go for the debuff there. And right now, Gogeta Blue does not have access to the 2 touches anymore. He needs to 3-touch. Yasha has a normal team now.
Yep, that's very important. Oh, there we go. Very nice. It's another hit as well. And now, this is a massive win for Gropis, because not only did he get that debuff on Gogeta Blue, the spark is now wasted on Yasha's side. Yep, nice. Look at that, man. The options that this character has, very, very, very threatening character. Scary. Dead.
They absolutely don't stop. That's dead, right? 1-1. I was about to say, like, can he build enough to kill? And he actually did. That man is optimal as hell. That debuff was not even relevant for Gogeta in the end. He disappeared before even landing a hit.
That's so true. But now look at this comeback that Yasha has to make. That's a full life team on Groper's side. Maybe not anymore, but still. 3 characters to 2. No spark on Yasha's side.
Oh man, he followed it up with a grab.
The rejump is dropped through, and good movement by Gropis there. Just catches Yasha sleeping. Gonna go for an extension with Zamasu. Doesn't have enough power to go for level 3, but potentially the Blaze of Judgment at the end of this for the Mix. Just extending, finishing that combo, and there we go.
Bro, this is a Zamasu master out here. You know, I love to see this character go to work. You know, we've been seeing a lot more of him lately. Gropis, not only Gropis, Zane from the US as well has been putting on a great performance with this character as of late. Hope to see him at EVO.
Absolutely, definitely one of the players that a lot of us didn't know before, and got to discover him through the
nice.
US finals. At the
Oh,
moment.
let's go.
Putting in work on that Zamasu, probably gonna tag that 17 in, and he does. Probably a chance to go for level 3 and guarantee the mix. Yes, he does, and it's a one-touch on Zamasu.
Oh, this is massive. Will Gropis spark though? Oh, he went for the stop sign, but Yasha baits it out. And man, he needs to make a 2-character comeback right now. It's 2v2. But Yasha is just so good. His reads, he's the complete package as a player, man. He's got everything you need to be world-class in Dragon Ball Fighters.
He's been working really well right now. Send her all the way down and just potentially go for a staircase to lock that Android 21 down. Gropis forcing the corner with movement and just going for the Key Blast War. Just managed to get through, blocks the slide. Some Rekas to block, decides to spark. We don't block here. We just get out of jail. Can he get the opening now?
Damn, Joe, that defense though.
Level 1 gets out the corner. And man, I feel like Android 21 Lab Coat might have a good matchup against. Oh, never mind. This movement from Yasha just opening up Gropis there. Gets the hit.
Yeah, but Spark is definitely going to save her there. We see Yasha applying. Oh my god, you cannot chase that ever. Look at the damage. Tyrant, she's gonna build that second bar. Not gonna be enough to kill, I believe. Wait, the assist is back. Gets the Dragon Rush, not the third bar. Wait, oh.
I respect that. Get that debuff super on Android 17. And look at the damage. Yo, that is the 21% special buff she gets on that level 1 command grab as well, man. So scary.
And he has 2 Android 21s on the squad.
We talk a lot about that super being a debuff, but it's also a buff for her, right? Her special. Get that plus 21%, so it's a win-win for her. Gets to level 3, Yasha, suns out, guns out. Gonna try to go for the storms. Gropis blocking in the corner, trying to challenge. The super dash is gonna be blocked. Yasha still with the challenge and gets away this time. No command grab, but no punish from Gropis.
Man, poor Super Broly. She only needs to spend 1 bar for a 21% damage special buff. And poor S Broly needs to spend 3 to take the shirt off and only get 5%, man. It kind of sucks to be S Broly out here.
It's like, just get better. Go more to go to the gym, man. Go back, come back more buff than this right now. Yasha struggling. That 17 is down, but 1 hit and what a conversion! He immediately buffered that Z change there to kill Android 17, and even this one up's gonna be 1-1. Now, sick from Gropis.
Damn, so
man, and tell you what,
one more
that
game.
Beam, it might be the best beam in the game. It's so fast.
Yeah.
It gives that little explosion effect at the end, so you can, man. That was a great raw tag. Sorry, that was a great Z change from the beam.
All right, so
good option from Gropis, and we're going 1-1 here in this Evo 2022 exhibition set.
Alright, one-start barrier, the T-pose to assert dominance, but Yasha is not gonna get caught just yet. And watch out, that's gonna be tech. Great defense by Yasha. Going to wait, and we are going to get again a ton of damage. What is scaling, Tyrant? We don't do that here.
Man, that move is just so good. And look at this! Oh my goodness. Yo, 6k damage and a debuff. 7k?
That was insane. And now you need to block. And you need to remember, right? Because she has 2 hitting moves, she can actually punish any guard cancel. You cannot guard cancel her 2 hitting moves. She can just cancel into a 2H, cancel into a barrier, and then get the conversion. Plenty of ways for her to punish guard cancels. You need to block, and you need to figure out when is the command wrap coming.
Exactly, it's so threatening. Just the options this character has, and she's got like 6 lows. She can just keep doing lows, pressuring you. Block strings go on for days. It's horrible.
Yep, and if you guess wrong, you get the debuff at the end. But right now, it's Gropis forced to block a back super dash, and the Dragon Rush is finally gonna open Yasha.
A rare successful Dragon Rush on Yasha, I might add. Oh no, this is the command grab. Okay, any one of these could be cancelled into that level 1 command grab. Yasha realizes it. Okay, sparks up.
Oh, that was so low. The last second dash to make sure this stays high. And he's 17. He's gonna build approximately 7 billion bars. That is a dead 121, man.
Oh, that is overkill right there. Yeah. She's gonna have to spend 5 meters and probably get the buff on Broly. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Level 3 to finish, and Lab Code 21 is out of the equation. Group is on 2 characters, of course. He's still got that spark to work with if he wants to build a comeback there, but Yasha looking good.
And you know Yasha's side, that was a big breath of relief right there, getting rid of Lab Coat 21. When you see you killed her on the opposing team, it is just the best feeling in the world, man. You don't have to worry about no more debuff threats, anything like that. You can just play your game. And right now, Yasha playing it with this buffed Broly, 5% extra with the shirt off. Okay.
He's really trying to make use of armor there. Oh, and you know what? We have not seen that grab yet, but she's just reminding us, Broly, I can grab you as well, man.
Absolutely. And you know what? I haven't actually seen much of Gropis.
What's next in tournament?
21. I haven't seen much of him play this character. We know him usually for the oh my goodness, that was so dirty. How do you block
classic? That? You guess. It's simple. It's math now. It's a 50-50. It works or it does not. you just pick a side.
Absolutely. But yeah, before I was so rudely interrupted by that disgraceful mix-up from Gropis, I was just about to say, we know him for the more unique characters, the babies, the freezers, the Beerus,
back down to 2 characters apiece.
But really picking a strong shell, I feel, here with the double 21 and the Zamasu.
I must say, this is the most meta team I've ever seen Gropis play. And I met Gropis in like Season 2, right? Gropis was playing like Zamasu, Jiren, Frieza in Season 2. This is the first time I see Gropis playing like optimal characters. Oh my god, get out of here, man. That's
stage transition.
Bro, that was ridiculous. Man like Gropis looking good here to take the set against Yasha.
He is, but Yasha gets the opening with the Ki Blaster, but he's most likely gonna need 3 touch unless he gets like level 3 into a medium starter behind this. Gonna put the pressure on that 21. Yet we go for the level 3, we got the mix behind. There is still a spark available for Gropis if he wants to save, and the spark is there.
Of course. Oh man, Yasha unable to get an kind of anti-air approach there, and this is going to be so much damage. It's adding up. It's not enough to kill, but it's going to be good for Gropis.
It's a one touch right now. Yasha forced to block. There is a spark. Still blocking. Plus 21 on block. And look at this. He blocked. He was waiting for the empty. Delayed the 5L and just got the extension this way. Sending her down. Can he build enough damage to get that level 3 to kill after that?
Yo, Android 17 is going off, yo.
Dead, though. I think it's Magic Pixel. No, it did kill. Yo, damn. The MVP is here.
I was about to say, I don't think so. I saved my life. I actually saved my life from
I can't believe how much that did, man. Limit to breaker.
Limit break saves lives, as always. And look at this. You're trying now to chase that Zamasu who is just flying around. And it's going to be just Yasha who really likes floating around as well with characters. Trying to get to that Zamasu. There are 3 bars.
Oh, he found his opening.
The opening goes to Gropis to get the kill and win that exhibition. 2-1 Gropis. When you give Gropis characters that good, you know he's gonna be even
that was a
more
good set,
threat, man.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Maybe Gropis, maybe the time of Gropis, playing the fan favorite teams is over. Maybe he's done playing the Jirens, the Freezers. He's here. He's top tier, and he's going to be putting in a great performance there, taking down what many consider to be the strongest player in Dragon Ball FighterZ right now, Yasha. Man, that's crazy, and I can't wait to see both of these guys at Evo offline. It's going to be so sick.
You know, there's a huge reason for everyone to grind right now. Lots of players have been revamped as well by Yasha falling from the wanted throne. We had Cloud's tournament that Yasha did not win, right? Mr. Popo won the latest European online as well. So everything is up in the air in Europe and in the world at the moment. Dragon Ball is very much around and alive. But what an exhibition, Taran. That was absolutely sick to watch some good old Dragon Ball. And I'm super looking forward to see Dragon Ball FighterZ at EVO 2022. Thank you for joining me, Tarot. Guys, don't forget to register for Dragon Ball FighterZ at EVO 2022. Back to you, Sage and Steve.
And there you have it. Returning back to EVO, we have Dragon Ball FighterZ. A game that's been there a couple of times. We were both there offline when Dragon Ball was happening at EVO. It was a blast. There was the Goichi versus Sonic Fox finals both years, which seems like a lifetime ago. You know what I mean? It seems like it was so long ago.
That definitely seems like a long time ago. And just Dragon Ball FighterZ in general has been one of those games that's cultivated a lot of new rivalries, a lot of new players to the scene, and I feel like it's still growing on top of that. I mean, I remember when Dragon Ball FighterZ was introduced to the community, so many different games literally their players came to Dragon Ball Fighters because one is Dragon Ball, two, it gave you that new exciting feel. We know just how exciting it is. Your arm knows how exciting it is. Everybody else in the world knows how exciting it is. And personally, I can't wait to see each one of these regions get the proper shine that they deserve. The finals have been happening a lot for this game, and there's so many strong regions. There's a lot of country pride on the line. EVO is going to be the place where you guys will see it come to a head. Finally, I like to see. You guys better sign up.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for with Dragon Ball 2 is that there's been so much talk like, is France the best or New York, or is it somewhere on the West Coast, or where is the best region for this game? And we've had so much online competition, right? So having an offline competition where everybody can come together and just be like, who is the best?
Oh, they playing chess in the back.
Is it New York? Is it West Coast? Is it some other country entirely? Like, where's the best place in the world for Dragon Ball? So that's what I'm really excited about because, you know, it's been a long time since we've had the Goichi Sonic, you know, matches, and it's time to see who is the best right now.
Yo, it was definitely one of the best new rivalries when it comes to like brand new fighting games, right? Very, very good. But with that being said, we've talked a lot about what's happening, what's changing at EVO, the games that are returning. What about the schedule, Sajam? We need to know who's going to be first, who's going to be last. How is this going to play out when we actually come up to Mandalay Bay, EVO 2022? How do we know how it works, the schedule?
Yeah, so the schedule for EVO this year, we don't know. Because the way EVO's schedule is going to work this year is that the game with the most registrations, the most entries for the event, will be the last game on Sunday. It will be the big finals at the end.
That makes sense.
The last thing that closes the thing out. The game with the least amount of registrations will be the first thing kicking off the weekend with that Friday finals. The first big one we all get to watch together. We the game with the least registration and everything in between. So the games will be going on which game has the most registration to close out. So it's going to be descending like that, which I think is really cool because in the past people have been like, this game has the most entrants. How come it's not the last game? Or, you know, how is this all going to work? It's all determined like this. So now it's nice and easy. When registration closes, we will all know the order for EVO this year.
So that's very important. We talked about the Melty Bloods. We talked about the Dragon Balls, the KOFs. The thing about it is, it's up to you guys to decide what that schedule is going to be by signing up for your respective game or games. So you could sign up for multiple games, but do know that whoever has the highest registration will be going to that final spot on Sunday, with the lowest will be on that first Friday spot that we see going out for EVO 2022. And personally, I think it's good. Having a schedule like this really does lean it on the community of the respective games and everybody out there to actually make sure it shows up at the end.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is you just will know right away, like, okay, this is how it works. It's very clean. It's very just like, this is the way everything's going to work out. You love to see it. And like, you know, the cool thing is it's fun to watch finals on every single day of the event. So like, that's the one thing I love about EVO is that I've watched finals on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays and really enjoyed all of them. So it's going to be cool to know just like, okay, that's when my finals is. This is the one I want to watch. This is the other one I want to watch. And you can go check them all out and just know the schedule ahead of time.
Well, personally, I think that's really cool. It really lines up what the community is going to have. And we don't know when some of these games are going to come back. So this might be the final showing for any one of these titles.
Dragon Ball is the final game?
Iterations, the whole nine. But we still have more games. And with that being said, we're going to send it over to Dynamite to get the next title.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Sajam and Steve. I'm Dynamite, and I am more than pleased to announce that Grand Blue Fantasy Versus will be the main game
Grand Blue
2022.
What?
We're going to be watching a special exhibition match coming up in this fantastic
and that game didn't get the love that it could have gotten.
The best of the best in the business. But before we get started,
because it came out during the pandemic.
Let's run some introductions. Once again, I am Dynamite, and I have the utmost pleasure of being joined by
right at the beginning
one and only Ebonic Plague. Ebonic, Grand Blue, we made it, baby. We're here.
We're here. We made it. I'm Ebonic, and I have to just mirror your sentiments exactly, Dynamite. I have such a pleasure just being here with you and being able to talk about Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
That's what's up, because Grand Blue is a good game.
I was so elated to find out, and
still another game I never
just
picked
like
up.
You're saying, we made it.
It's one of those things where, you know, the games that came out during the really tough time of 2020, the community banded together to keep them alive, to be able to run tournaments all over the nation where it was applicable, and all over the world in a lot of situations. So having it announced that Grand Blue has made it to EVO
that's big
in 2022 as a main game is one of the most rewarding feelings I could imagine for both the people who enjoy playing the game and watching the game. And it's something that I hope that everyone out there is excited to see, and just as excited as I am.
Yeah, no, I mean, to touch on that just a little bit more, I mean, there was a point where Grand Blue Fantasy Versus had an online tournament maybe 3 times a day, every day for a good long while, right? This community sat down, they thrived, they continue practicing. Now that we have a few offline events coming back, they've been showing up in full force, and I mean, this has to be maybe the most exciting part about all of that longevity, right? Just being excited to finally hear that Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is on the main lineup.
That's dope.
I cannot wait to see all of the intense action that we are going to be able to view at EVO 2022 for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. But let's get a little bit of a piece preview of what that heat is like. We have Zombie Moo and Shuabu ready to go at it and show us what this game is all about.
Yeah, so Zombie and Shuabu are actually longtime training partners for this game ever since Shuabu, started playing this. I if I'm remembering correctly, this is actually Shuabu's first competitive fighting game, period. Just straight
That
up,
is impressive.
right? And
That
then
is impressive.
Zombie has been around for quite some time, right? These are two of the most driving forces of the West Coast Grand Blue scene in terms of strength. And here they are. Without further ado, we are in the match.
Cagliostro, of course, from Zombie Moo, and Six from Shuabu, the story characters. Both of these players have seen each other in CEO and Frosty Fausting top 8s. So this is a familiar run back, not just in the training lab, but also in the tournament scene.
Yeah, this was actually grand finals of Frosty Faustings this year, and there we go, we see the Abare. So you guys know that these two have played each other a lot, not just because they're the training partners, but also because they run into each other in tournament. So you're going to see a lot of those button presses out of pressure situations that normally you would probably be too scared to press. But there it is, the jump back on the teleport, already ready for it, and just an immediate destruction of it. First round to Zombie.
Zombie Moo certainly loving to challenge in bold places, especially when they know the opponent. And Six can be a scary character to mash against, and if you mess up a huge amount of damage, you see Shuabu trying to find a way in to avoid the setups from Zombie Moo. Finally gets the EX conversion to the corner.
Let's go. Give me all of that.
Yeah, that EX wall dive putting in work, and now this is where you're going to see some of the heaviest pressure. That teleport right there is +1 on block if it's just done by itself. The frame traps are coming in left and right. This is one of the few characters
the pressure.
Difficult to block mix-up in Six. But there it is, the teleport to get out. It does have a hitbox. It's going to go straight into Super Skybound Art. Obviously not going to kill, but at least this puts you back in the game health-wise if you're Zombie.
Absolutely. All right, Zombie laying down the
Man,
setups
the
once again. Great blocks from
great.
Shuabu. Not getting caught up just yet, but Zombie checking again on the landing with the light. Dashing up, EX teleport, and evasion from Shuabu. I love Shuabu's heads-up defense.
Yeah, it's really hard to deal with that teleport situation from Cagliostro, but it is not seeming to be difficult whatsoever for Zombie to know when the teleports are coming, as just neutral jump, wait for
Zombie
them,
or Zombu?
and then just hit a button, right? Because even if Six doesn't teleport there, what happens is you destroy the clone, and there's no more hitbox there, so you don't have to deal with it. You're just good to go. And wow, already catching the jump back dive kick as well. Zombie completely ready for the matchup, but there it is. Frame trap right there for Shuabu.
Shuabu pushing Zombie to the corner. An immediate light again, just checking the dash up and the teleport out. The Houdini act from Zombie Moo.
Okay, Zombie
I gotta
Moo.
commend
Okay.
the way Shuabu has been fighting these webs at the bottom, but unfortunately for him, Zombie has been just going, okay, well, you're fighting the webs, right? So, like, that's normally the way I stop people from playing neutral. So I'm just going to hit you for trying to be able to negate those, to try and get around those, right? And it's been paying off such big dividends.
Yeah, exhibition point here for Zombie Moo. Shuabu gonna have to step up just a little bit more. Has Zombie Moo in the corner. This is where you want Cagliostro. Finally gets a hit, catching Zombie Moo trying to jump out.
Yeah, and on the counter hit, frame trap right there as well. Okay, here's the knockdown situation. You know, Six, he does not do a lot of damage, but he will get a ton of hits. Oh, big hit right there, but no EX until just the very end right there to be able to convert off Zombie. However, now being able to take the corner because of that, and you're going to see a lot of this, like, spacing right here, right? You want to stay under the webs and then force him to run. Yes, was hoping for the wall bounce, but you know, not gonna be too worried about it.
Absolutely not. And Zombie Moo with Super Skybound Art available due to being under the health requirement. Shuabu got to be really careful not to get pieced up at all.
Shuabu's got to make something happen right there, trying to use the Rekka backdash to be able to get out. Zombie ready for it, negating. No, not negating the trap. The teleport comes out with the counter. Oh my goodness, throw does get teched right there. Zombie is a big proponent of just reaction teching in this game, but eventually could not react to the final tech. Shuabu.
Oh, he got in.
I can't believe it has stayed alive in this set.
Listen, Shuabu has hung around just to see if they can make something happen, and finally is getting in on Zombie Wu once more. EX back, but Zombie Wu out of the corner. Such a heads-up player, knowing to get out of the danger zone immediately with those teleports.
Yeah, it felt like that Zombie just knew that wall dive was coming. He was like, oh, I'm going to use this to advantage to try and teleport to get out of the corner. And wow, a reaction on the anti-air as well. There's so much space control from Zombie. And for sure that this is the wheelhouse of this character, but Zombie is just playing it almost perfectly.
Oh, let's go.
My goodness, big wall bounce here.
No, big drop!
Zombie looking to just get that tap. All they need is one hit to cancel into a Skybound Art and close the door, but Shuabu still hanging in there, gets the light as well. Full conversion all the way to the corner. No,
oh,
Zombie
here it
able to
is.
check with the light.
Damn, the
it
hit
cancels
confirmed.
into the Skybound Art for the finish.
Yeah, if you're not gonna meaty me, I am just gonna hit buttons on my wake up and I'm gonna stop you from being able to do anything right there. Zombie, excellent job taking the exhibition. Incredible play.
And it's really good play. 2 to 3 big moments there where Zombie was able to just tech, wake up, and immediately throw a light and catch Shuabu dashing forward. I mean, Six is one of those characters that just wants to be all up in your business, and Zombie was not having anything of it. And you spoke to it earlier, Ebonic, saying that these two players play each other a lot. So you're able to catch a lot of those habits when you see the person that you've been training against often start to go to the well one too many times.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of saw it in the way that there were checks from Zombie, right? Like, in terms of catching the dash forwards, catching Shuabu trying to go towards the negating the traps and things like that, right? That's when Zombie was like, okay, we've been in this situation a number of times, and you can tell because he would immediately decide to, 2L to catch the run up, or he would try to set up a spear from you trying to negate the web or whatever, right? Everything just seemed to be there. The only time that the web seemed to be not a total factor in the play was that one that Shuabu was able to kind of negate and just get as many throws as possible up until he finally took the round.
All right, so we 7 games in right now, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that with Cagliostro specifically, if you do not put her immediately on the back foot, especially when they're being piloted by Zombie Moo, it can be a nightmare just navigating so many different webs, so many different setups, and then keeping Zombie Moo pinned down. The knowledge to use the teleport whenever the EX dives or even the fireballs were coming out to try to keep Zombie Moo trapped in the corner.
Yeah, so again, congrats to Zombie for taking the exhibition right there. Shuabu is... These two are definitely going to be some of the craziest players that are going to be at EVO, because I can't imagine they would miss this.
No, not at all. And look, if you want to take part of the action, be sure that you register for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus at EVO 2022. Maybe you'll run into Zombie Moo or Shuabu. Good luck if you do, but we'd love to see it, and hopefully you enjoyed the exhibition match. Steve, take it away.
Grand Blue Fantasy Versus makes its appearance at EVO 2022, and I feel like it's rightfully so. When the game released, it really got hit by like real world standings because of the lockdown and the COVID situation. However, it did not stop the community or the developers from going in on the game. We had a lot more characters get released. We had a lot of community support, and I'm really happy to see that this game is going to get an offline showing, as it should, because there's a lot of players out there waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of incredible games that make it into EVO or have community events at EVO, but personally, you have to really root for Grand Blue on this one, right? Because it came out right before COVID was really a big deal, so we didn't get a lot of international competition for the game. And despite that, people really love it. I mean, it's a really fun game. I think
it really is.
Really fun to watch. It's really fun
Very
to play.
enjoyable game.
And it just feels so right that they get the opportunity to have an offline international competition like this at EVO with everybody there playing the game. And as you said, there have been so many new characters and updates and changes to the game since it first came out. So I'm really excited to watch it. I think it will end up being like one of the most interesting games to watch, just because it's like, oh, we finally get to watch this competition offline international play.
Yeah, it's really going to be fine-tuned at this point. We're at the end of it. Once again, we don't know if Fantasy Versus, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is going to be back at EVO, but the fact that it's getting a time to shine like this, where all the players can actually come out, sign up, and possibly be in that final spot on a Sunday is perfect.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And speaking of time to shine, one thing people always ask about at EVO is like, hey, is there going to be an artist alley? I want to run around buying prints. I want to sell prints myself there, or stickers, or pins, or whatever you're interested in at an artist alley. And that's one of the most fun parts, is like walking around and seeing all the cool things there and checking it out. I think that's always really cool. So not only is there going to be an artist alley, but there's also going to be booths and vendors there. So a part of that is going to be developers and publishers who, like in the past, for an example, there have been like signings that they have. And I've seen you at a signing before.
You too.
Yeah, we would run around, we're like, oh, can we get the sign? And also, they've given away merch and other cool stuff at these things before. So those are always really fun to run around and check out at EVO. And it's like part of the thing that, you're walking around from the casuals to the tournament area and you see like a sick poster, you're like, I know the perfect spot for that. It's gonna be cool in the background. I gotta hang that up. So I think that's always one of the most fun parts.
If you think about what happens at any fighting game event, I feel like it's so integral to have like that community area, as well as whether it's artist alleys, your vendor spots, as well as, like you said, we're working with some developers to get some cool stuff in there as well. So in all honesty, this EVO is shaping up to be pretty ridiculous when it comes to not only attending to play, but attending just to hang out, see, and like involve yourself in the community.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's time for our final game announcement at EVO.
What's the final game?
Let's head on over to none other than Sharpie for our last game at EVO.
Oh, Sharpie, what's up, girl?
Thank you so much, Tasty Steve and Say Jam. I'm Sharpie, and I am so incredibly pleased to announce that Skullgirls will be an official
Skullgirls
at EVO 2022.
Snap.
Here to announce the news with me is my favorite co-host and co-friend and co-commentator, as well as the only voice of Beowulf. How are you doing today, Kai Kennedy?
I'm doing amazing because we just heard some incredible news. I mean, 2022, yet again, back-to-back main game status. Oh, we've come a long way.
I'm really excited about this, Kai. Last year was the very first year that Skullgirls had been included inside of the main game at EVO, and this year to come back in such an aplomb. Now we have a high-stakes, amazing, exclusive exhibition match here between Evil Geniuses to Kill Sage as well as Cloud King. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some of our favorite moments from the last EVOs of yesteryears regarding Skullgirls. My favorite moment has to be back during 2021, during the Skullgirls qualifiers, where we got to see a moment of tournament pressure actually hit one of the players. For no reason.
All right, level. Okay.
You don't know any songs, Hero. You got the very first big band solo at EVO. You don't know any songs?
Yeah, he just let that rock.
A level 5 big band combo came out, but there was no song. I mean, how are you just gonna do that? Everybody has a big band song to play. And finally, this person got their chance on the largest stage that the world has ever seen for fighting games, and no songs to sing? Come on now, Kai. What a moment, am I right?
Music. Honestly, if you don't have a song ready, you've only done half the battle. If you're playing big band, that's pretty much your first step. Before you're B&B, you need to learn how to play every note on the trombone. Like, don't mess around here. Come on, this is serious business.
For sure, for sure. Now, Kai, do you have any favorite moments?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a wrench in the works and go with a meta pick. I'm picking the 2014 side tournament as a whole. That EVO side tournament, it was a bittersweet moment. It was an official side tournament, and I know that people were hungry for more at the time, but we just weren't ready. We were ready then, right? It just wasn't the right time, as it were. So we took that, we built over time, and years later, back-to-back main game status. That's the reason that's my favorite EVO pick, because it throws all this into sharp relief. We've come a long way.
What a great moment as an entirety, Kai, honestly. Who can forget the path that Skullgirls has taken to get to now? I mean, do we need
when did that game
to
come
people?
out?
I think we do. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at this amazing exhibition match, once again, between Evil Geniuses to Kill Sage and Cloud King.
Who will our star be tonight? Action!
Oh, man, of course, that heavy kick doing work, but the assist, you can't beat that assist.
Damn.
Come on. Get out of here.
Oh,
Get out of here. 3 3 skull seconds and we're double snapping. Fastest in the business.
Damn! Yo, didn't even get a chance to play.
Double snap and double, you gotta do it. Ooh, fantastic incoming there from Cloud. Isn't able to get the mix.
How'd you block that? Oh, IAD's doing work. Not again.
Great lows there from Sage. She's just so clean with these Philia mix-ups. You love to see it. And a great anti-assist as well. Okay.
Man, oh man.
2012, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, this game has been out for a minute.
Again, great cover
What's going
for
on,
Sage
Sage? Thanks for joining us.
Sage doing an amazing job of making the instant air dash jump-ins work just with the right timing based on the assist block stun.
Absolutely. Sage's timing inside this game is bar none, and his Philia especially does a great job of quickly
Oh,
getting
damn,
him.
slit your throat!
Fantastic counter.
Cloud's
grab
got a
by
long
Cloud.
way to go. It's not impossible. Of course, Val being the only character who can revive, about to get a kill here.
Damn,
3
damn,
meters,
damn.
can't spend
Oh,
any meter
shit.
if you want that revive eventually. Can finish the combo, no biggie.
Let's go.
Very nice. Okay, still got a little bit to go. Gonna have to mix twice. Oh, Helm!
Damn.
Thine Helm has been splitted.
Incoming jumping HP, fantastic answer to almost everything that you have to do with a button there. And I think Sage practiced it, labbed it out just a bit. Now, as a reminder, this is going to be a 1-2 here. So if Sage does win this very next match, he will actually win the entire exhibition. Now, I have to say, Kai, what amazing Philia work we saw there, honestly.
This is something that I've come to associate with Sage, and rightfully so, in the modern era. His Philia is ballistic.
I'm wondering what the incoming is going to be here from Philia.
Mm,
Just a
excuse me.
very safe backdash here. Cloud completely respecting him.
There's a much different pace. Not willing to go in.
Yeah.
Let's slow it down.
Mhm.
That's what Cloud's thinking.
Now Sage still has his momentum here, especially with beat extend. Oh, great. Cloud waited out that beat extend, immediately went in afterwards.
Let's go.
One reset here with the meter available.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That lag vial did what it was supposed to do.
Yo, Truman, thank you for liking the stream, bro.
For your Oki there. Okay.
Oh my. Getting this work in the corner. She is giving the
Using all
treatment.
that extra on Dizzy.
Cloud, even with the vial, thought that would be enough to kill. Not quite. Managed to pick up the kill lucky at the end.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Very atypical drop there.
Oh, that would have been a nice follow-up.
Speaking of atypical drops. Get a little
Valentine's
fancy
is
free now.
parading.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh.
Other side, and again, another drop. A little bit of nerves. Old pals playing.
Okay, Valentine.
Damn.
Man,
No,
could have used those
fantastic
5
exit
meters
by Love.
last round.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, he doesn't have any dead character this time, so we may not even see an opportunity to use it. But we'll see.
Oh! Barely on the outside to confirm. Good try.
Oh.
Nice to double
yeah, just
low.
great double low.
Damn. Spending a
Yo,
meter,
get
goodbye.
this work.
Delete
Hi,
it.
no songs though. No songs. No songs.
No, all business. All business.
Mm.
He's there. Yes. No, I loved that one.
Get smacked up.
Combo,
Can't
one
kill
reset,
it
you're
here if he
done.
Spends it.
Oh, yeah. You know
Oh,
what? Just go
that's
to level
game.
3.
It's over.
Yep. Beautiful there. Cloud going ahead and tying it up 1-1. Kai, I did not expect that because of the literal speed with which Sage disposed of Cloud last time. It seems as though Cloud came back in kind.
Yeah, absolutely. So when things go wrong early on, it can change the entire pace of the match. Cloud getting double snapped in 3 seconds pretty much sealed the deal on them. These players are so close together, there was nowhere to go from there. But that one was a lot cleaner from Cloud. I mean, that's the king we know.
And here we see a much more aggressive round start from both players right here. Sage not being as passive
Let's
as
go.
previously, and Cloud still has green bar.
Mm.
Actually,
Oh,
hasn't
the
been touched
vials.
yet.
Let's go. The vial set play.
Oh, that double step would have been huge.
Oh, man. Double just by the daylights.
Cloud forgot that Annie assist was a double punch and only blocks the first hit, and is now, unfortunately, reaping the rewards from that. Luckily.
Damn.
Yeah, plenty of damage here.
Luckily, he was able to turn around. Yeah.
Oh!
Very nice. Yes, 2,000 points.
Damn, that was so nice.
And he got points. Beautiful.
Out on Dizzy, got to do something here. Let him come out just a little bit. Oh no, the assist game.
Okay.
Tags the assist,
Great
very
pressure.
nice. A little bit of damage.
Oh, damn.
That's we're getting a lot of mass
huge
supers
drop.
right now.
Yeah.
Nice, good conversion. Gonna build 1 meter here. Just gonna reset, but
Great.
no.
Beautiful. And gets all the counter
Yeah, he
hit
about to
damage
be
from
done.
this. Yes. That's gonna kill. Beautiful, wonderful.
Hey, way to even it up. 2 characters. Oh, snatched.
Okay, just kind of flowchart here.
Oh, that could have been way worse.
Oh,
Watch
yeah,
it.
that double
Watch
is
it.
just sitting there. Ooh. Almost punished that crescent, just trying to approach.
Tried to
Little
push
bit
a
too
button, but
greedy
you had
there.
to know Ban would be there.
Damn.
Like a good neighbor.
Every single time.
Yo,
Has the
get
meter to
this
kill
work.
Yeah, just spend it. Let's not mess around. This is
All
the
of
real
that.
show,
And uses
baby.
the opportunity
No
to
messing
also
around
get
here.
up. For sure. Big Ban's out, not playing
Oh,
any of
very
these games.
weird hit. Now we're in the scramble. Cloud building up meter. Probably won't get to 5, but it still could happen. Oh, that hit's not good. You're going to build 2 meters here, so DHC might be enough.
Damn.
Very slight meter. Has to hurry.
Oh, no, with
Drops
the
it
drop.
and approaches,
Oh, you-
goes for the grab. Wow.
Oh, that's a
Right
wrap.
back into his loving arms. Cloud says, I didn't even want to win that one. Here you go, bro.
Wow, Kai. Moments like that are why I'm so incredibly excited to see Skullgirls at EVO again this year. You know, there are so many fantastic moments that Skullgirls is going to be able to create on the main stage, and I'm just excited to see them happen.
No kidding. And everybody out there, don't forget to register. Maybe the moment you have at EVO will be the one everybody remembers.
For sure. But you know, we are out of our time here, so let's go ahead and pass it back over to Tasty Steve and Sejam.
And there you have it. The Skullgirls launch party is still rolling in 2022. They just
That's all the
got a new
games.
season pass, or the first season pass.
Bro, they're still adding characters. Every time I go back,
for
I'm like,
real?
we got
Damn.
another character. And on top of that, they're still having a lot of activity tournament-wise for this game. I'm really happy to see Skullgirls make it. It was there for the online EVO, and it had great numbers on top of it. Competition went at an all-time high. I can't wait to see what the offline version of this turns into. And that puts Skullgirls at a very unique point, I feel like. One of the stronger online communities, as well as just going to be able to have an offline showing with EVO 2022.
Yeah, the first time it's there as an official game. It has been a community game there a bunch of different times, but an official EVO title, which is really cool. I mean, you'd love to see it. The game is a blast. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend trying it. It's really, really fun. The community is so
amazing,
nice.
bro.
Yeah.
The community is amazing. I've dabbled in my Skullgirls in the day, and when I tell you, people legit were just like, hey, if you need it, you want to run sets, anything, just hit me up. I've added people on Steam, and it's because the community for Skullgirls has been super, super welcome.
I'm like, how do I? And they're like, here's the wiki.
Right,
I'm like,
exactly.
okay,
Just
yeah,
go to the
all right.
wiki, bro.
Well, yeah, check out all this cool stuff. And it's like teaching me everything about the game. Everybody was so kind. It was really, really fun to play the game. Highly recommend it. It's a blast. So that's our last game.
That's it?
Here at EVO. That is the last. There's a lot of games.
A lot of games.
There's a lot of games. And to go over all the details and everything that we had before, there's going to be a community area that has community tournaments and casuals that is bigger than Combo Breaker in its entirety.
In
at
its
EVO.
entirety.
Not counting the tournaments and like vendors and all that kind of stuff. That is how big that space is. Absolutely massive. There's going to be an arcade for you to go and chill and play games and hang out and play.
A real arcade cabinet bearing arcade.
To be a button barbarian.
To be a button barbarian, bro. Look, I'm going to be there. If you want to see me, I will definitely be there in some capacity. So I can't wait.
And then there's going to be water. So you check in, you go ahead, you grab your registration, you get your badge, you're going to get a refillable water bottle, 45 stations around the venue to run around and grab water. There's going to be stages all around you, just paneling all the walls when you're at EVO, when you're playing in the stage. It's a bigger venue, and there's 9 games for you to check out, and you can go check out all the community stuff that's going to be going on too. So if your game is not a part of the official lineup, you can run a community event for it. It has its own stage. It has its own massive areas for casuals and stuff like that. It should be great. So we have our lineup of all the games that are going to be at EVO this year. 5 of them have never been official games at EVO. They're either brand new or it's their first time there. So what's our list for EVO this year?
All right, let's go down the list one more time for you guys at home. Street Fighter V Champion Edition, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Tekken 7, The King of Fighters 15, Melty Blood Type Lumina, Dragon Ball Fighters, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and last but not least, Skullgirls Second Encore. Now a part of EVO 2022, and that will be your 9 games. That will be your lineup for EVO. I can't wait to see you there because I'm going to be there. Jam, are you going to be there?
Absolutely, I'll be at EVO this year. It should be a blast. And there's even more great news, Steve. There's even more great news, which is a lot of people are like, okay, I heard
What's
all
the great
this
news?
Water, I can go there, there's video games, vendors, all that kind of stuff. But importantly, a lot of people are like, I missed some of this, or maybe I don't know what's going on. Where can I find more details? Evo.gg, where registration is live now. You can sign up right now. You're like, okay, I want my game to be the last game at Evo. I'm registering right now. Me and all my friends are going to register, and we'll see you there on Sunday. So that's the plan. You can go register right now at Evo if you're interested.
Well, I've had a dope time here.
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah, Sage.
amazing to see
Yeah,
you
Grand Blue
again, my
made the
friend.
cut.
I'm glad you're doing well. And to everybody out there that I will be seeing at EVO, I can't wait to go there in person in Mandalay Bay, August 5th through the 7th. You guys, like we said, you can sign up now. Yeah. And until next time.
I'm planning to make a return to EVO. So I guess that about does it for the EVO watch party, I guess. Let's see if they're gonna show anything else. And doesn't look like it. Yep, that was it.
Last Evo. I thought that was really weird. I thought it was, I don't remember calling it a lock, but like I was pretty sure it would be at Evo.
All right.
And then when it was not,
Yeah, that was a good
I was
stream.
very, very surprised.
Oh my God, they hosted a.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
was
stream.
very, very surprised.
Oh my God, they.
Well, y'all, thank you for coming out, and I will catch y'all again sometime soon. All right, y'all. Peace.